Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
What up?
This week, Gus, Gavin, Kara, Michael, Gus.
Hello.
Kara, welcome back. It's been a long time since you've been on the podcast.
I know it has. Thank you so much for allowing me back on. I feel very privileged.
Who'd you pay?
We'll see how long you're banned after this episode. You're banished for 2 years.
I get like a month at a time or so, but I've never gotten like a caravan. You know?
Caravan.
It's like, God damn it, Jones. We finished the podcast after I peed like 3 times, and Gus is like, God damn it, you're on the back burner for 2 months. You embarrassed me out there. But Kara, I mean, it's...
No, well, in the words of Gus earlier, you were nice, and you said, we need you. But I don't know if that was just your little ploy. Yes, if that was your ploy or, yeah.
Then that never happened at all?
I love how real it always is, though. Like, there was that one where we all had tequila for ages and got hammered on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he was like,
we did do that.
All right, well, you've spoken enough for like the next 2 months. And then you literally went on for 2 months
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah, no. Dude, that's how it rolls here, right?
So would you say you're more chatty when you're bevved up or more chatty when you're sober?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the situation.
Aren't more people typically chatty when they're bevved up?
Yeah, but I never shut the fuck up anyway.
It's true.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried?
You should be wearing a headset talking into my ear during the podcast then.
Yeah. You'd be set. You could just put the headset up to the microphone. You wouldn't even have to talk. I just take care of it.
I was making fun of Kara earlier for that, saying that now that she's out in front of the camera, I actually have to pay attention to what she's saying. I can't just ignore her in my ear.
Yeah.
Check out these bloody Team Lads.
Oh, yeah, look at their shirts.
Team Lads.
That's this week's T-shirt Tuesday.
I like the tiny little bevs at the bottom. Put those
Nice.
in.
Hang on, look. There's nothing blocking my nipple, so you get clear access to that.
There's also the other one, right? We're also releasing this
Team
week.
Gents.
The Team
We're
Gents.
not too bothered about that one.
They do have a fancy hat, I will say. I like our hat. You know, we got a nice like British cap. What would you call this?
It's like a driving cap, right?
Dumb hat.
It is
A beret.
It's not a fedora.
It's not a fedora at all.
No, I mean, yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me?
No, it's totally fedora.
Is it really?
Shut up.
You just gotta let her hang herself. Let her go with it.
Is it? Well, the difference between the two is one has a little bit of a cap, right?
The fedora has
Yeah,
the brim all the way
just
around.
a little bit. Yeah.
All right. I was close enough. It wasn't like I said it was a fucking sombrero or anything.
Right with the F-bomb.
I think it's just like a driving cap.
Okay.
Is this what Morgan Freeman wore in Driving Miss Daisy? Did he wear this?
I think so.
I want to get one.
You should.
I have the beanie, but
for
I don't have
Halloween, that's to be the perfect outfit. You could wear that and then have the hat and those hipster glasses.
Yeah.
Are you doing any of that Halloween crap?
I don't think so.
Yeah, good on you.
What about you? Last year you came to the office dressed up like a dick.
You
I
did.
do actually, and that was $50. So I'm thinking if I wear it again, then it was only $25 a year for that costume.
Yeah.
Get 2 years out of it. I'll get your money's
But
worth.
so you just said to Gus, you're like, you doing anything? And he's like, no. And you're like, nice. Fucking hate that shit. I'll
Yeah.
probably wear my costume again.
Yeah, I mean, I'll dress like a dick. Obviously.
You wouldn't really need
Hello.
to dress
You
up.
don't even have to. Yeah. I was gonna say that. That was a nice one. You don't have to dress up because you're a dick all the time.
What about you guys? Y'all doing anything for Halloween?
I don't think so.
I am going to be Britney Spears from Oops, I Did It Again.
Specifically.
Yes, in the red latex outfit.
Are you going out downtown?
I am actually going to California to meet up with some friends, so it should be fun.
Big shot over here. Didn't realize you were
Alright.
with a jet setter.
I'm going as the penis from my crotch.
What's that?
No, the penis costume circumcised.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
you
should
bought
probably-
that dick. That dick shipped locally in America.
It was an American.
It was an American
knob.
cock.
Okay, who wants to make me a giant foreskin? You can use it.
Could you add it with Velcro and make it detachable?
Oh yeah.
Partway through the night, you can
Wear it
you
downtown.
can
People
modify it.
constantly circumcising me.
Yeah. So what's the etiquette? Like this year, Halloween obviously falls on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Do you have parties like the weekend before, the weekend after?
You do have parties the weekend before. I know this because I ended up in the middle of one this weekend, thanks to Gavin. So earlier in the week, we haven't been downtown in like forever. By that I mean maybe like a month. That's forever to
That
us.
is forever.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, you want to go downtown this weekend? And Gavin's like, that sounds like a great idea. I have a friend coming into town. His name is Meg. So let's go downtown. So like, all right, we're going to go downtown Saturday night. So we go, Lindsay and I had like 5 different plans on Saturday. Like all these different groups of people. And normally what Gavin will do is he'll follow through on his plan or he'll like just bail that day. But he doesn't reply at all. So it's like, Gavin's in the wind and we can just ignore it.
Right.
All day he's like, dude, we're going downtown. All right, good. Like every few hours, checking in. So I was at John's house. Lindsay and I were over there for like some drinks. And we're like going to leave at like 10:30. Gavin and I are texting back and forth like, okay, I'm ready to leave. And he's like, oh, we're running late on dinner, so we'll leave in like 30 minutes. So we leave John's house. We're like, all right, we go downtown. It's like crazy traffic, like way more than normal because it's the Saturday before Halloween. So I would say like more than half the people downtown were dressed up. So we get, you're right there, Gavin?
Yeah. Burping.
Yeah. So we get there, and as we're riding there, I'm texting him like, hey, you on your way? We're on our way. Nothing. And then I get there, and I was like, are you here? Actually, I said, you here, bitch? Nothing. Like 20 minutes later, and I go, you coming, fuckface? No response. Like 5 texts in a row. I sent one more, and I said I was going to stab him to death. He just never responded the rest of the night. So we went all the way downtown. We were at the bar waiting, just never showed up.
He treated you like he treats a girl he's breaking up with.
Yeah.
All right.
You totally ignored him.
He just blew me up. And then next morning, like 10 a.m., I get a text message, just one word, whoop shit.
Yeah. Well, this is what happened, right? Just kind of drunk and stuff already.
Yeah.
Started drinking earlier on in the day. And I was getting texts. I was like, what? I'm knackered. Going to bed and stuff.
So
and then the next morning, I see 4 messages.
That was it.
That
was the whole story.
Yeah, I see 4 messages.
You're knackered and you went to bed at 10
But he
p.m.
kept fucking
I had to go to bed
replying
at 10
to me.
No,
I'm like,
because
oh, leave in 30 minutes, and
we were on
he's
our
like,
way
oh,
downtown.
yeah.
We were on our way.
You got drunk on your way downtown?
Oh, no, I got drunk at like 2 p.m. 2 a.m. I was still drunk at 2 a.m.
So, like, I know Gavin so well. When we made these plans on, like, Wednesday, I told him Friday at work, I was like, listen, don't go out tonight and get completely wasted and be so hungover tomorrow that you're not going to want to go out tomorrow because you're going to do that. And he's like, well, you know me so well. So he didn't do that and instead just got drunk all day Saturday and then just passed out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fair
But
play.
we met up on Sunday.
We did meet up. So this is how it normally works. Gavin does this. And then I sent him like a 9-paragraph novel the next morning about like how I'm going to brutally murder him or something like that because I'm angry and I'm upset in the morning. But we actually had plans to like meet up and shit. And I actually wanted to like meet Meg because I really never met her yet. And she was in town for the weekend. So I told Gavin, I had my phone. I get his whoop shit. And I'm like shaking, staring at my phone. And like, you motherfucker, you completely fucking ruined my night last night. I'm just like.
That ruined your night?
Yeah, well, I mean, because I left John's and I went all the way downtown for no fucking reason at all.
I'm sure you had fun anyway.
It was okay.
Come on, don't give him the power.
No, I absolutely give him the power. He fucking pisses me off. He has to know my fucking wrath. So like, so I just sit there and I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, you want to go to Trudy's for lunch? And he was like, oh my god. Like he got there and he said he was so relieved when he got the text message. Like he was confused.
You should have said that and then just not shown up.
Right?
I should have done that.
The next
That's
day.
what I was expecting you to say. I was
Whoop
expecting you
shit.
to just be like, nope, rage quit on you. Sorry.
Yeah, man.
Well, I rarely do that to you, Michael. I would say I average on screwing you over like that once a year. So I've used up my 2013. Is it 2013?
I'd say it's like
2013
like 2 or
allowance.
3 times.
You
a
got
year.
about 2 more
The thing
months
is, Gavin and
until-
I, we have differing opinions on whether he screws me over or not on a lot of situations.
When's the last time that he screwed you over?
It has been a while. I'll give him that. I can't remember.
Usually, if I'm not going to make it, I'll be like, I'm not coming.
Right. He didn't do that this
What
time.
kind of other things do you screw him over on?
We floated the river. We didn't do that once.
No
didn't we?
condoms one time?
That's fine.
Yeah. We never used lube either.
Awkward.
All natural.
Did you see that video that someone released today? I guess that he could overhear another guy like talking to strippers in GTA 5. Mm-hmm. I guess.
No, I didn't see the
So
actual
you can flirt with
You're
them over the
supposed to
mic.
flirt with strippers in GTA 5 using the microphone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it increases their likeness meter. All I do is I just get my headset and bang it on the couch because all it requires is
So
that
just
you're
to
making
take
noise.
So it's
Is
like,
it like-
it's like robbing the store.
Yeah, it's like yelling
Right.
at the cashier.
So it's like whenever it asks you to
Oh,
do
I
that,
didn't even
I
know
just
that.
take my headset and I just fucking bang it on the couch. Like, someone recorded this video because someone he was playing GTA Online with was talking to the stripper
Oh
all
my
creepy, like, oh yeah, I like the way you feel.
Yeah.
And the guy's just filming his screen laughing at him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, like that.
Did the dude ever notice him?
No, and they were like trying to get him to stop, but the guy, they said the video's like 4 minutes long, but I guess the guy did it for like 15 minutes straight. And everyone in the game was yelling at him to stop, but he couldn't hear them.
I heard some of it, and he's like, "Yeah, work it, baby, work it like Beyonce."
Yeah, you remind me of Beyonce,
Wait, and he's talking to a video game character.
the video game stripper
That
that's
is
giving him a
fucking
lap dance.
Funny.
Wow. That's probably the most action he's seen or anything in forever.
I wonder if the game does something where if you're in there, it broadcasts to everyone and then mutes all incoming voice.
That's
to
what
you.
it absolutely should
That
do.
would be
That'd be
great.
the best use of the mic ever.
And also,
I wonder.
It should also make every player invisible when they walk in the building, so 15 people can crowd around you and stare at you getting this lap dance, and that guy's like, "Oh yeah, baby, we're all alone," and everybody else is like, "Woo!" and they're all like doing the motions, like some guy's doing the jerk.
Yeah.
Do you think that people ever get confused and they walk into a store and rob it? And it's like, yeah, baby, put that money in the bag.
You remind me of Beyonce.
Oh,
Dude, sometimes you get startled when you run into like a real player in GTA. Like most of the times, if you're in a free room lobby or whatever, like the second someone sees you, it's like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker, and like people just constantly run you over and kill you and shit. But when you're kind of just like off on the map and you forget you're in a multiplayer game, like you haven't run into anyone in like 5 or 10 minutes, and you like walk into a convenience store and you're just like, or you know, like gonna rob a store or some shit like that, and all of a sudden like a dude runs by, like it frightens the shit out of me sometimes. Like I forget I'm not in a single player game.
Yeah. Well, the thing that always annoys me is when I'm robbing a store, then another player like is driving by and stops and comes out and kills me and then continues robbing the store.
You see it coming too because you're in the store and you're holding it up and you see your mini map and like the dot go by. It's like, keep going, motherfucker. Keep going. And it's like, you see him hit the brakes. It's like, fuck. And he comes in reverse. It's like, you got to abort the robbery to try and fight the dude. And you can't
And then the fucking clerk pulls out a gun on you.
Yeah. The worst is fucking ammunition because you can't pull your gun out in the fucking store. But what bastards do is they run up to the outside and they're like run into the door and kick the door open and try and shoot you from outside the door into ammunition. Because you can get shot in the inside as long as they're standing outside. Or they'll like throw shit in the fucking door.
Yep.
And it's like, you're sitting there buying a gun. It's like, God damn it. And some guy just shoots you in the head.
we had a weird thing happen to us in a Let's Play recently where I was helping Michael get away from robbing a store in a chopper. And as I took off with us both in the chopper, my Xbox froze. And I left the game, but the ghost of my body was still, because he was in the back of the chopper, and I was flying him around, just like in circles and going into random
just
places.
randomly, like not crashing,
But I
just
wasn't in
flying
the
around
game.
randomly.
It was weird. I don't know how does it
Well,
decide
also,
what happens there?
when people drop out of a game, I've seen that before. Like I'll be playing with someone and they like quit. They leave the game, but their person is still there and their car's still there.
Right.
And they'll normally like get in their car and drive off. And I'll be like,
Yeah, there's autopilot.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was the same game. That was really weird because another thing kind of like that happened where Gavin joined the game, and you know how like sometimes you'll join the game and your guy will just be driving. He's in a car just driving, and it's like, oh, and then you like take control over it. That happened to him. He joined a multiplayer game, but he couldn't control his guy. Like the guy was just driving his car. Like Gavin was in the game looking, and he just couldn't drive. So I was like, I had a helicopter, and I was trying to like stop his car with my helicopter and pull him out of the car to like shake some life back into him. And,
Wake
like,
up, Gav!
Yeah, like Gavin. And he's like, oh, man, I can't control my body. He was like spectating his own character. And I think eventually I just killed you.
Yeah, you
and
blew
then,
me up.
And then you pop back in and it was working again. But it was really fucking weird. And it was the start of a Let's Play or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah,
what
we
it
were
was.
just trying to get into
It might
place.
have even been the one that's coming out this week that hasn't come out yet. I don't remember, but it was going on for like 5 minutes before we started the recording.
I'm really excited to see today's Let's Play because I wasn't there for the recording. Is that the one where you were in the truck?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
Apparently
that
it was
was
really funny.
you were in England, right?
I
shooting
was.
slow-mo
I was
guys.
shooting a slow-mo.
So Lindsay used your character. So she's running around as Gavin in today's Let's Play.
I think he's a
which
hot-looking
is
dude.
really funny. What's that?
I think my character's a hot-looking dude.
He's okay. He's better looking than you.
is there a way?
Ray and I
like,
are fucking twins.
my fucking face is all bruised and beat to shit. Is there any way to fix that?
like
What,
from
permanently?
birth or
Yeah. Like from ever since I created that
Yeah,
character,
I don't think
he's
so.
got like giant
I
like,
don't think there's
bruises
any
all
way
over.
to
the
fucking
place.
Dude.
Why did you make him like that then?
I was just happy I got it. Remember, I've never had a
Yeah.
problem with GTA Online. I got in day one. I was like, I'm not gonna fuck with this. I'm just gonna go with it.
But you got in from day one and it never gave you the option to change it? Because I'm pretty sure like after everything got fucked up, it
Yeah.
gave like every person an option.
They were
one
like,
time
you
to
got
change
one shot
character.
again to change
Yeah.
it.
oh wait,
It was like
it
you have
asked me
one
that.
opportunity to change your character's face, and you can never do
In
it again.
Australia,
Do you
you're
want
like,
to do
nah, I
it?
love it.
And
I
I
love
was
the
like,
welts.
because I was like, you can fix those. I'll just go to the hospital or something.
There is no plastic surgery like in Saints Row. No, you cannot do that. It's like no. Plus, the character creator in GTA 5 is fucking dumb, man. It's
stupid.
so stupid. It's like based on your grandparents, which is weird enough, but it's like okay,
Yeah.
why do they have to be extra tiny pictures because they're your grandparents? Like I can't even see what they fucking look like because they're just like squiggles. They're like 4 pixels.
Is your dad John Marston?
Dude, everyone's dad is John Marston. Who wouldn't pick John Marston? And then even that doesn't make sense. Like, it's your dad. Like, okay. And you can make it like your great-grandfather, but, or your dad. He fucking traveled in time to be your father.
Yeah, it's a weird character creation.
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
But yeah, still, in fact, I think this is the first weekend since it came out that I didn't play any GTA 5.
I dropped off way quicker than I thought I would. I haven't played in ages. I beat the single player and then stopped.
Yeah, you were gone. Usually, like, we'll film, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 things to do a week. Like we try and do. Obviously, we have to do at least one of all of our series a week. And if we're lucky, we can get like extras in. You left, and for some reason, like 3 days, we filmed like 8 videos. We filmed like so many GTAs. We did like 3 or 4 things to do's. We did like 2 Let's Plays.
Yeah.
The productivity just went through the roof.
Way more
with
productive
Gavin
without
gone.
him.
Yeah.
Did you see that I got engaged this weekend to Bernie?
Yeah, congratulations.
Bernie
I
Burst,
saw
thank
that.
you very much.
I saw that.
So,
When's his
Yeah.
date? You announced it yet? Or
No.
no? Okay.
how far in advance did you plan that? Was it just like a spur of the moment thing, like, hey, let's go recreate this picture?
No, we just went and played golf, and then I was like, I think someone was like, is this the same place? And then we tried to find the hole, and it was like one of the first holes, so we just did it. It took us like 2 minutes. We actually, in their picture, they have a red ball on the floor, and we got a red ball especially and put it on the floor, but it was just out of shot. But other than that, it was pretty damn accurate.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, the sign was off.
The sign had moved.
The sign moved.
They
I saw
moved
that.
the sign.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know what to
Oh,
do.
there
yeah,
we
I
go.
saw that.
Like, see, we were trying to line it up by that sign, and we just
sign
couldn't
boned
figure it
you.
out. And then we realized afterwards that the sign is in a different place.
Yeah, I think maybe Jack, he did that, right? The proposal happened, and then he said, I'm going to move the sign so no one can fuck with this.
So that parrot has now witnessed 2 engagements.
Yeah. I saw some comments like, on the right-hand side of that picture is like, it's like a pirate statue or some shit like that. And you see like the hand coming in. I saw a couple comments of just like, they even got the same hand in the picture. like it was a dude in an outfit or something, and someone went out and bought the same outfit and shit. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
fucking stupid.
Like, it's freaking plastic.
I don't know why that made me think about this. I think like the sign placement
Do
made me
it.
think about this. But I was reading this article this morning about it was like a behind the scenes behind the creation of Street Fighter 2, and one of the programmers was talking about how they had laid out the design in this one level. I think it was Sagat's level. Sagat? Is it Sagat or Sagat?
I have fucking no idea.
Sagat.
Who are you
Sagat.
talking about?
You know Street Fighter 2, Sagat, the character. Anyway.
I'm not big on Street Fighter.
There, I guess
any fighting
in the
game.
background, there's like a rock. And one of the programmers was concerned that players would use it as a marker for where they could then do like a repeating move to trap the other player.
Okay.
So they coded it so that rock moves a few pixels every time the level
that's
loads.
jammy.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't know if that made it into the final version or not. And someone like loaded it and went back and looked at it and was like, oh my god, the rock does move a little bit every time you load the level.
That is amazing.
really
That's
funny.
something that nobody would notice unless they
Yeah.
worked on it.
It's like such a tiny little detail.
Yeah. I love that someone thought that. That's so weird.
Yeah. And it's like, the only people who notice it is like if you made it or if you're like an asshole looking to exploit it.
Dickheads.
So we got home slice again today.
Hell yeah, we did. It was fucking delicious.
Like I've decided that we may as well get some good pizza
Oh, nice.
for
I
whenever
like
we
the
do the
upgrade.
podcast on Monday. And
Screw.
I had
oh,
mushroom
never
and
mind.
pepperoni. Fantastic.
the other day I went up there for lunch with Jordan because it was his birthday. And we were driving back down, and I think it was me and Jordan and Barbara and the Adams in my car. And I pointed out a building there on Congress, and I was like, oh, that used to be a porn theater. And everyone in the car was like, what was it? I was like, it's a porn theater. And they were like, well, what is that?
A strip club.
What do you mean?
No.
And I was like, no, it was a porn
Movie
theater.
theater. It's a
And it made
movie
me
theater.
feel old. Like, do you know what a porn theater is?
Well, I don't know about what it is because Pee-wee was monking it in there.
You do know.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Were you aware of porn theaters?
Paul Rubin?
No,
Really?
Yeah.
I was well versed with them, and it's not because of.
Did you ever
Paul
go
Rubin.
to one?
No, I never went to one,
Yeah.
but I know what they are.
Yeah,
Just
it was,
people
just,
had to
it
movie
was just a
theater
theater that
you go
just
watch
showed
porn
porn.
at.
But you're not allowed to monk
Oh,
off
it's
in
not
there.
live.
No.
No,
When,
no.
see,
It's
when
a
you say
movie.
theater, I'm thinking
No,
like
a movie
people on
theater.
stage.
Yeah,
No,
movie
it's like a movie.
You're
Movie
thinking of
theater.
like naked Shakespeare.
Yeah, exactly. When you say porn theater, I'm thinking they're actually like getting it on live on the
Alas,
stage.
poor Yorick.
I'm trying to think of a porn pun for a Shakespeare movie.
I was trying, but I'm not smart enough, so I just didn't go for it. I was like,
Yeah.
yawn window blowjob.
You have one?
Barbara, run
All
in.
right, Barbara.
A Midsummer Night's Cream. Thank you, Barbara.
That was awesome. That
But
was
it made
good.
me realize that I guess like with the advent of like porn on the internet and like on-demand porn, it's like
Right.
you don't ever think about what did people do before the internet. It's like, yeah, I went to a room with 5 other dudes. We sat as far as we could away from each other and jacked it, watching.
That,
You know-
that
you know,
never appealed
sometimes-
to me. That's
VHS.
insanity.
Well, you know, sometimes if you want to monk it, you kind of watch a little bit of porn just to get yourself going, and then you go and take a shower or something. Can you
No, I've
imagine-
never done that in my life.
No? Me neither.
You're supposed to say go on.
But I can't imagine someone being like, I could do with a wank. And then it's like, all right, let me get in my car and drive to the porn theater and be like, good, and then walk out and then drive
And
home.
it's
And
not even that.
Also, it's like
not even that. It's hang out with a bunch of random dudes.
a bunch of random, and you don't know. It's like you don't know what they're showing till you get there. Like, what are they showing? Oh, I'm kind of not really into that.
Might know.
And I
It's like
guarantee you,
Thursday night.
over 50% of those people are jacking off in the theater when it's going on.
I'm sure it's
so-
way
I'm
more
sure
than 50%
it's about
of the people.
99% of the people in the theater. Who the fuck is gonna go to a porn theater, sit down and watch the whole movie? But it was good, and then
I really
leave?
enjoyed it.
It's like,
I would
Dude,
just,
I
hate,
am really
I would just
turned
hate
on.
to
I'm
be
gonna
on
go
that.
home and masturbate
the
now.
lighting was excellent from beginning to end.
Is it bad etiquette to complain about sticky floors at a porn theater?
Yeah, I wouldn't
I was
think
gonna
so.
say I would hate to be the
Wouldn't they
person
be-
to have to clean up after each
Yeah,
showing.
you think working at a
Maybe
normal theater,
slippery.
like cleaning up all
Yeah,
the popcorn's
popcorn.
bad. It's like, oh no. It's like, don't turn the lights on. I'm gonna clean this one in the
Do you
dark.
think they sold?
don't-
Do you think they sold popcorn and shit at the porn theater?
I doubt it.
But they
That-
sell
it would
lube.
get like sticky. It's like you want some butter.
It comes with a hole pre-cut in the bottom of the popcorn box.
Well, that's how you can do it. You can
Well,
go
how am I
right
gonna get the
there.
popcorn from the bottom?
Yeah, and then when you're done, you're hungry.
There's only salted popcorn. That's the only time you can buy it. Oh, come.
Oh goodness gracious!
Semen.
But I mean, I feel like now you never see that anywhere anymore. I doubt that's.
Have you been
Yeah,
looking?
Just
I wouldn't
anywhere.
even imagine they exist.
Should we go to one? Should we take a little office trip?
I
Let's
think
do it,
you can
Google
still go
it.
to like.
It would be
like
boring.
I want to experience that level of sleaze
you
I
before
think-
it all
don't
goes
go
away.
because you would be bored.
At porn stores, they still have like viewing rooms sometimes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Let's
really?
go. There's that porn store right over here.
wanna go?
Yeah, let's go.
RT Life.
Yeah. I
RT
think-
Life, where the editor would have to blur almost every single frame.
They can show your eyes.
No, it could just be an entire black box except for where you guys are walking, just like shadowing your outlines.
We might as well do it against the green screen.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have no problem with us walking in with cameras, filming ourselves in
Yeah.
there.
I think-
well,
I
I'll
think
do
we
it
should
like
go
button
on-
camera. Gus, come on.
I think we should go on more green screen adventures and just see what we can get away with.
All right,
Where
we
you
got a
wanna-
green screen.
Where you want to go? Niagara Falls?
We should just start naming places and have them call it up in there, in the other room. So normally you're in the other room, Kara. What do you do on the podcast?
Usually I'm the one that will be doing the camera switching of who's talking and whatnot. So when y'all start to argue, it gets a little bit frustrating because I got to switch back and forth between everyone. But it's a lot of fun.
So who's
And it's
doing
a
it
lot
now
of-
that you're out here then?
Chris, I believe, is doing it right now.
It
Oh yeah, he
sucks.
was talking to me in my ear earlier.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Pardon
Oh
me.
yeah, look at that, it's Chris.
That's Chris.
Hey Chris.
Oh, hi, Chris.
Chris, Chris is
look,
earlobe.
Brandon's like, good
But-
job, you did it.
It is weird to be on this side of, literally, of the wall. I enjoy
Don't get
it.
used to it.
I know. Gus is like,
You'll be
"All
going
right."
back soon.
I know.
When's she coming back?
We'll see. Once we launch our 4K podcast. So you, I think the last time you were on, you were still our receptionist.
Probably. That was the last one I was on was audio podcast. I know
Yeah.
that. So,
It's still audio.
well, yeah.
We had the video, the live stream too. What do you do now, day to day here? I'm really curious, genuinely.
This is like the what is the most exciting part of your day question that you asked me on my
All right, let's
very
talk about
first
some video games
podcast.
some more then. Fucking bitching, I'm trying to include you
No,
and ask you
no,
some questions.
I'm not.
God, Gus, you stop asking me questions. I don't want you to sit there all quiet, not
didn't
saying a
say-
damn
I didn't
thing.
say
Greedy
that.
son of a bitch.
How dare you
No.
try to engage me?
What do? What do you do, God damn it? What do you do around here?
Goodness
Sitting in
gracious.
your chair, drinking your beer.
I like it.
It's delicious.
Oh,
So-
goodness. So,
li-
podcast
Uh-huh.
twice a week, Monday and Wednesday. I'm usually focused on that, trying to get everything together.
You got all of our set stuff for
I did all the
Halloween
set
this
stuff. I do all the makeup for
week.
the
Did you carve that
podcast.
pumpkin?
Oh, yes, I carved this pumpkin. I am very proud
I like
of
that
it.
you carved a rooster and then just obviously got too lazy to just put
No, I
teeth next to
didn't.
it.
I didn't realize how difficult
Nah,
that
she
would
got
actually
lazy.
be to
She got
do
lazy.
until I started it.
Well, you could
So
have
I was
got
like, well, we can do the rooster. I'm going to carve one for the patch on Wednesday, so stay
Oh, look at that
tuned.
tight
How long did
shot.
it take you to do that?
An hour or two, I think.
An hour or two? Jesus.
I've
No,
never
not
carved a
that.
pumpkin.
well, now you know what she does all day.
Well, no. Well, that was, see, my
People
whole,
are calling bullshit on that.
my thought process behind this.
What's happening?
I don't know.
My thought process behind it was if I don't carve the top out of it and take out all the insides and actually make a jack-o'-lantern, time would go by quicker. But I didn't think about having to actually like scrape and carve everything out of it. And it's a lot harder than you
Scoop.
think. No, not even scoop.
No,
No,
she wasn't
I'm talking
scooping. She
about
just
this
scraped the
part.
front.
Oh,
Scraping the front to be even.
Why is it that is there like some kind of conspiracy that forces every product in the fall to have pumpkin in it. I'm so sick of fucking pumpkin.
You had a pumpkin coffee the other day, didn't you? Or something?
No, bullshit.
Oh,
I
maybe it
did
was
not.
I will stab
take
you.
it back.
I did not.
I did not have a fucking pumpkin coffee. You take that back.
Then what have you had that's had so much pumpkin in it that you're sick of?
No, it's just everywhere. Fucking pumpkin spice lattes,
Just
limited
seeing
edition
it?
pumpkin flavor. Yeah, fucking sick of it.
Well, it's got to be everywhere, Gus, so you can choose the 1 or 2 pumpkin-related items that you want. So they just blast it like shotgun effect. It's like pumpkin toilet paper, pumpkin candles, pumpkin condoms, whatever
Yeah, I
you
think
want.
SNL had a skit this weekend about pumpkin douche, pumpkin summer's eve.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad. I like the smell of like pumpkin.
Pumpkin and warm cinnamon.
Yeah.
Pumpkin's minging.
Pumpkin pie is delicious.
Nah.
Pumpkin pie is my favorite pie.
I do love pumpkin pie too.
Pumpkin pie's good.
Hey,
Pumpkin
what's
pie
your
with
favorite
whipped
pie?
cream.
With
Delicious.
whipped cream. Cool Whip.
No, Cool
My
Whip sucks
favorite
shit.
pie
Ready
is
Whip.
like chocolate ice box or French silk pie.
Chocolate ice box.
know what that
Chocolate
is.
ice box.
Yeah, it's just like chocolate pudding.
Ah.
Like I don't
like
like
a fudge bar.
I'm not a fan of fruit pies. I feel they're always like
That
slimy
weird tart,
or
and they
the-
have like nuts
yeah.
in them.
What about a cheeky little cobbler?
a cheeky little same thing.
Yeah.
A blackberry cobbler's good though.
peach cobbler
No.
with
Slimy.
ice cream? With vanilla
Gus's
ice cream.
face.
It's just
slimy.
Like, it's gross.
Slimy.
And blackberry isn't
No,
because
blackberry's fine.
All right.
I'll eat it if I have to.
All right, I'll eat your goddamn pie.
I just don't get it. Like, whatever. I don't want to get into that.
You don't get the difference in pies.
Did you see my shirt?
I can't see because the mic's in the way.
It says Sorola.
It's the thing Rogue Spider drew.
Oh,
The
that's
Centaur
awesome.
McGinn. It's me and my wife as rock and roll centaurs.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that is awesome.
Look at Esther's Norks.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say she got some. Woo.
Gus,
Hong Kong.
you animal.
We were talking earlier about instead of doing an hour and a half podcast, doing 91-minute podcasts.
Yeah.
I think
And
we
with
should do that.
30-second ads in each of them.
We should do that right now. We should end this one and start the new one immediately.
No. A couple years ago, we did that one week where we did a podcast every day.
Yeah, I was there.
It was like, was it 5 30-minute podcasts?
Yeah, it was like the Drunk Tank Drive Safe edition.
It was
Sounds
awful.
like it.
It ends up being like, it ends up being way more work somehow.
In the middle of it, you were like, we're never doing this again.
It was fucking terrible. Like somehow doing an hour and a half or a 2-hour podcast is way better than doing a 30-minute one. I don't know why. I guess just because you have to do it every day. It's not like just one chunk of work at once.
Also, it seems like it's way more worth it for the audience to be able to bung on 90 minutes at once than figure that out every day of the week.
Yeah, but it's like 90 minutes a week instead of 2.5 hours a week.
Yeah.
All right, here, I'm going to read this thing. I want to remind everyone that this episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by... Where are you going?
My favorite thing about this setup is that nobody can figure out which cameras are
Yeah,
pointing where.
it's
Like, you
impossible.
totally-
I don't know.
Why would the camera behind Gus be filming Gus?
Whatever, Gavin.
Even
Dude, I'll
Jo-
figure it out when I get there. I got there. I figured it out. I'm hands-free now. I'm not connected. I can move.
Even Joel, who spent years in years in LA working on TV and movies,
Yeah.
still same thing.
He's always like, "Where's
He's
my
always
camera?" It's
Which
the
one's the
back of his
camera?
Well, I'm used to one, right? Like, we do everything with one camera. And most of it, we never have a camera. It's just our capture device. If we ever film anything live action, there's one camera. You
Yeah, I
give me
still
2
don't get
cameras,
that.
I'm just like,
The
oh, I'm
concept of a
confused.
camera is you look in one end and you point at the other end, don't you?
Yeah?
So why would you stand behind a camera and try and be in the front of the camera?
I wasn't standing behind it. What are you talking about?
It's pointing the wrong way.
What?
What? I wasn't behind any of the cameras.
didn't
Gavin.
run
I
over
was
there
in
with
I was in
Patrick.
front of every single camera here. What the fuck are you talking about?
Try to
Yeah, nothing. You got nothing. Shut the hell up and sit over there. Just shut your mouth.
You're fucking served. So the other day I met Vince Gilligan,
I saw the tweet. How did you meet Vince
creator
Gilligan?
of
was
Breaking
that
Bad.
in Austin?
Yeah.
Shit.
I got an invite from the Texas Film Commission to go to a barbecue that they were having for like a kickoff for the Austin Film Festival.
Why'd you get invited to that?
Because I know
He's
some
awesome.
people that work
Ah.
over there. So it's like, I'll go. I was like, it's probably going to be nobody there. I feel bad for him. I'll show up and say hi. I was like, there might be like 20 people, right? I went, it's fucking massive. It was like this crazy huge party. Hundreds
dress
of
up?
people. Huh?
Did you dress up
Nah,
for it?
it's like whatever I normally wear.
wear
Hundreds of
that shirt?
people.
Yeah.
I didn't wear this one. Like free liquor, free barbecue from the Salt Lick. And I was like,
Dude.
holy crap, this place is going on. And then I saw like I walked by and I saw like a line of people. And I was there with my wife. And she goes, oh my God, did you see who that is? And I kind of turned over my shoulder. And I thought I saw Eric LaSalle. He's an actor.
Okay.
He was in Coming to America. He's the guy who wore the Soul Glow. Anyway, I was like, yeah. She's like, don't you want to go say hi? And I was like, are you a fan of his? And she was like, am I a fan of his? Yes. And she's like, who do you think I'm talking about? I was like, is it Eric LaSalle? He goes, no, Vince Gilligan's over there, you idiot. I was like, oh, yeah, he's standing right there.
You're like, bitch, what are we waiting for?
So, yeah, we went over and
Did you chat to him?
just like, very briefly took a picture.
Nice dude.
So, yeah, super nice. He was like,
Yeah.
there were a couple people wanting to talk to him. He like talked to everybody and
It's top.
yeah, really
Not
nice guy.
I think it's-
nearly. No, go ahead.
I'm just saying, it's quite rare for a creator who are usually very faceless. I mean, he must be one of the most well-known visually creators of a show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think people
Him and
who,
J.J. Abrams, maybe.
people who love Breaking Bad like want to get to know everything about it. So I think they're all familiar with him.
I haven't gotten to that point. I have no idea what it looks like, but I did shotgun the entire series in about 50 days.
Wow, are
So-
you done?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing start to finish. So, like when the show ended, like we started. I think there was like 5 episodes left. Like when we started watching the show, and when it ended, I think we were halfway through the first half of season 5.
Okay.
So like we finished the show for like 4 days after it actually ended.
Wow.
But it was crazy because I'm just like, it was weird because we knew it was old when we were watching it in the beginning, and there was like no transition. We just kept watching it, and then like as we're in season 5, and I'm like, so this came out like 3 weeks ago. This episode, this is really weird because it was like 5 years old.
Right.
But not to compare to meeting Vince Gilligan, but the other day I made a tweet that got fucking retweeted by Key from Key and Peele.
I saw that.
That was awesome.
It was a funny tweet too.
Oh, thank you.
And it was in reference to me, right? Because you were yelling at me.
Yeah, I was yelling at Gavin about downtown, right? It was like the night, I think it was still the night of. It wasn't the next day. I can't remember. But I kept typing fucking, and then I kept hitting space, and it kept fucking correcting it to
To
ducking.
ducking.
I
I
got so
hate
fucking
that.
pissed off, and everyone's like, you can go in the settings and change it. And I know you can, but I'm a fucking lazy asshole, so I haven't done that yet.
Or a
But-
ducking lazy
so
asshole.
I got pissed off, so I just made a stupid tweet, and I was like, no asshole, I'm typing fucking. Stop ducking correcting me. And I guess one of my followers retweeted that, and for whatever, I have no idea what the connection is, but Key followed that guy, so he saw the tweet, and then he was like, I guess, oh, that's funny, and retweeted it. I like pee-peed a little bit.
That's
It was
awesome.
it was actually that night because I saw it at like 1:30 a.m. and I was like drunk as hell downtown. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, Gavin and Jeff are gonna be so jealous because like I watch the show through them. Like they come in, they watch it like every week. Key and Peele on Comedy Central, and they're like, you gotta see this clip, you gotta see this clip, and they always play clips in the office.
Yeah,
But-
we're your filter. We show you the best.
yeah, it's true. It's true. They show me the best of the best. And
They
I was like, yeah, I got a retweet by Key. And your first response was like, man, I tweeted him a bunch of times. I was like, yeah, I didn't tweet at him. And you were like 10 times more jealous because it was just a generic tweet that wasn't directed at him.
Yeah.
They've been on fire this season.
Dude, so good.
They spent a lot of money on that show.
Yeah.
That is big budget show. They did a video with Freddie W as well. Did you see that?
Oh, I saw
That
the
was
thumbnail. I
really
haven't
It's
watched it
funny.
yet.
really
funny.
Really funny. Might be my favorite Freddie W video.
Your favorite Freddie
Freddie.
Freddie.
They
Freddie?
I haven't seen that.
They're rebranding the Freddie W YouTube channel, right? To
What's a Rocket
Jump?
Rocket Jump.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They're to make it indicative of the fact there's a team of people working on it, and it's not just Freddie, which I think is fair.
Well, it was always two
It'd be,
guys.
it'd
anyway,
be like
wasn't it?
if Rooster Teeth was called like if our YouTube channel was Bernie B.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fucking asshole, Bernie B. What do you do? I work on the Bernie B YouTube channel.
Well, that was your face for Bernie B. What would your face be like if it was the Gus S channel?
Hey.
There
What do
you
you do?
go.
I work on the Gus S channel.
That
Who are
doesn't
you?
sound very
I'm
good. though.
Gus S, bitch.
Bernie B sounds pretty good. Gus S doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't have the
Gus
same ring
S.
to
The
it.
Michael J.
Ooh.
I saw
you- I
Mike
saw you-
Mike Jones.
You tweeted about your first
Who?
video ever the other day.
Yeah. It's my oldest video on YouTube.
You were Jersey as hell in those videos.
You boy.
I don't think it was that bad.
No, it's
serious.
It's super thick.
How'd you change that?
I actually, I mean, besides moving to Austin, which I'm sure was part of it, but I started making videos maybe like a year before I started doing Rage Quit. Like I just started doing my own YouTube thing, and then that was, I made one of the videos that Rooster Teeth saw, and that's how I got involved with them. But I started making videos, and I would, I'd listen back to them and just kind of like critique my own videos where like if I slurred through words or kind of like combined words into like one sentence, you know what I mean? Where I didn't take breaks. So I would listen to it like over and over again and try and correct it in the next video. And I would just make like, I don't know, 2 videos a month or something. So like every video I'd try to like enunciate my words more.
De-Jersify.
Yeah, well, it's not even de-jersified.
De-Joe
Yeah,
Pesci.
but it was more just like I was rolling my words, and I'm just like, oh, I need to like enunciate the words better so it just sounds clearer. And doing that just gets rid of your accent. So I was already doing that, and then I moved here, so it just kind of went like,
Professional.
yeah, profesh to dev.
Oh.
So I don't say asshole anymore. I think sometimes I do. It comes out like if I'm really screaming sometimes, like yelling loudly in like hyper yelling, or if I'm drunk.
Do you like watching old videos of yourself? Would you like to listen to an old podcast?
I don't think I'd have a problem with it. Maybe some of the early Rooster Teeth stuff, yeah, I'd have a problem with. But like early podcasts, we'd already been doing this for 5 years, so I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Early
I
is
really
in how
liked-
early?
Even the first podcast was like, oh, you mean like, God, like, if we
Like-
had been doing shorts during season 1 and season 2, I would not watch that. Even now, like season 1 of shorts, which we
What-
started after several years, is like,
What about the Apple Switch?
that's fine. For some reason, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I can watch that. Have you seen the raw footage of that?
Yeah, I was actually watching it recently.
Terrible.
Bernie's like, G-Funk, move the light.
G-Funk?
Yeah, it's really
I remember
old.
we were filming that,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
we filmed it at the old call center we worked at. And I didn't work at the call center at the time, and Bernie IM'd me.
It looked like you just stood in front of a white painted wall.
Yeah, Bernie IM'd me at my new job and was like, "Hey, I need you to go to the store and buy these types of light bulbs." He's like, "Buy 2 white light bulbs and this blue light bulb." And I was like, "Okay." So I go to like the photo store and I buy them, and I take him there, and he's like setting up the lights. And I'm like, "Why do we need a blue light?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know. We just always have blue lights." I was like, "Okay." Seems like he knows what he's doing.
Oh, there we are.
So yeah, then we went into the warehouse at the call
Little
center,
Gus.
and
What are you wearing, dude?
we painted that white wall,
Sexy.
and just did it right there. Like that's a freshly painted wall. It had just been.
You look so happy.
So what are you now, 6
those-
in this video?
Those are not my clothes, by the way. I think that's Bernie's shirt that I'm wearing that you're laughing at.
How old are you there?
I was 24.
So you're younger than me now.
Jeez.
You're
Yeah.
my age.
So
I
that
wonder
was
if that version of me could have beaten up that version of you.
probably.
I mean, this
no,
version of me.
I think it'd be pretty fair. I think it'd be a pretty fair fight. If
No.
anything, you've got more tenacity. Gavin is tiny. Look at him.
No,
But
I could.
How tall were you, though?
You-
1,000 watt photo bulbs.
You'd like pick up a rock and like stab him
No.
with
At
it or
that time,
something.
like I'm a little fat now, but back then I probably weigh like 35 pounds or 40 pounds more now than I did back then. I was like a fucking walking stick. You would have just like you could have just blown at me and knocked me over.
Right, that's Gavin now.
Well, Gavin's got a little more. Gavin's got the hair to dissipate the
I guess
the wind. He's
I
got
guess
some air
it's-
resistance.
He's considerably more formidable when he's wet, because with all the hair, it's like he gains like 30 pounds.
Wait. All right.
It just adds more bulk. He just bulks
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
when I'm wet.
yeah.
I
What?
know,
Like
so
when
I
you're in the
can't-
pool.
It's like a dog. When a dog
Yeah,
gets wet,
you're
they weigh a
heavier.
lot more. They fucking knock you over.
It's not, but I'm more slippery as well.
I guess, but I meant you weigh more because you're
Yeah.
soaking wet.
I do have a lot
Because
of.
you're so hairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the point.
But you can
I'm
grab
a
onto
man.
it in a
You just
fight.
made like an awkward like,
Ah,
glance
that's
at
a
me
good
for like 30
point.
seconds.
Yeah.
That's why girls get in those stupid girl fights. They just start pulling their hair. It's like, come on, that's a cheap way out. That's like,
That's how all
a
girls
cheap
fight,
shot.
though.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know.
Have you ever
I'm
been
not
in
a
a fight,
girl
Kara?
fighter. No, I have not.
Never.
I punched a guy in the nose one time
Why?
because he poured water on me in the lunch break when I was a freshman.
Wow.
Because I took his seat apparently, and he poured water on me, and I was wearing a white T-shirt, and I knew the guy pretty well, and I was like, "No, you didn't."
So you punched him in the nose.
I did.
Did he bleed?
A little bit. He got kicked off the football team, or like suspended for like 2 weeks.
Why?
Pouring water on you?
But because it was considered like sexual harassment, because I was wearing a white T-shirt, and he like poured
you
it like
punched
on
him.
my
What
head.
happened to you?
Self-defense. Dude, I'm a girl.
Self-defense.
Self-defense of wet T-shirt. Exactly.
T-shirt.
Sexual
defense.
sexual harassment. Self-defense. There you go. He deserved it.
You're a violent person. You double kicked me
She
over
is
here the other
extremely
day.
violent. I can't comment on this situation because I wasn't there, and this may be accurate to what she's saying. But outside of that, she's extremely violent. She gets very hitty and kicky.
I've never known anyone
immediately.
kick people more.
Immediately. The second like you say something she doesn't agree with, or if you turn and look away while she's talking to you, she gets your attention by not saying hey or tapping you on the shoulder, but just kicking you in the leg.
Yeah,
It's
the
like-
other day she pulled like a fucking video game character move on me, where she like ran at me jumped, kicked with one leg, and then followed up with a kick from the other leg.
Right.
But
and
I
she can
didn't
pull that
actually
shit
make
off 'cause
physical
she's a
contact, did
gymnast.
I?
Yeah,
She,
you
like,
did with my
fucking-
arm. I had to block you.
She'll like do a flip and shit and come flying through the room like a fucking ninja. She doesn't fall over from that shit.
It's a little love tap, though. It's not a real.
That's
No.
bullshit.
No, it's a
Adults
painful kick.
shouldn't kick other adults, Kara. We need to control.
I'm sorry. I'm
our-
such a big person. I didn't know I caused that much physical pain on you guys.
We're all-
Well,
This is
it's-
an intervention.
it's
We're
just-
all scared.
It's just rude.
We don't feel like
Kara.
it's a safe
just
work environment.
Rude.
You know what?
Well, you know, I mean, Adam's a lot bigger than me. I think he'd be pretty pissed off if I walked up to him and just kicked him in the leg. And I'm like, dude, you're like 3 times my size. It's fine. I'm gonna come in your office and kick you in the shin twice a week because you're bigger than me. That's your logic. Yeah, it is. You're like, I'm tiny.
No, I was just saying. I tap.
You're full of shit. You don't.
You do not
You don't
tap.
tap. That's the whole point. You kick. Like when I was growing up, when I was like 10 or 11, I had a friend who was my age, and he had like a 5-year-old sister at the time. And you know how like little kids' shoes are made out of fucking concrete? It's like they mold them and then just like attach them almost like horseshoes to children's feet. I don't know if it's like to weigh them down or something. But
Wait.
she
To
she
slow
would-
them down so you can catch
She
them.
would walk into the room and it'd just be like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Da-da-da-da, and just kick you in the shin. And it's like, she's 5 years old. What are you gonna do? That's what it's like when Kara comes over and kicks you.
Yeah, absolutely. Gavin worked so carefully to grab his M&Ms.
Yeah, I saw all
He
that.
put them there.
Yeah.
And they just fell. They're all over there now.
That was a sign that I shouldn't have him. Oh,
So,
thanks.
my wife's a little
Yeah, do you
upset with
want-
me right now.
What'd you do?
I've had one of my dogs, Oswald, the little one, has had
Oswald Drogo.
Oswald Drogo Sorola. He's had diarrhea for a few days now.
Oh boy.
And sometimes in the middle of the night, like he'll like whimper to because he wants to go out and he doesn't want to shit in his crate, and he makes like the quietest noise in the world, like a and I'll like eyes pop open, and, like the dog needs to go out.
He's in trouble.
Do you have like a baby monitor next to his crate?
and over the weekend, one night, my wife got food poisoning and she wasn't feeling well, and she said she was lying in bed next to me, like retching and like tossing and turning. I didn't even wake up.
Oh
She
my
said that she was there all night in pain, hurting, and I slept through everything. But the second the dog makes like a little whimper, I'm like, I need to help the dog.
Oh my.
She wasn't
And-
doing the
He
secret
needs
code.
me.
And how many pounds is your dog? Because this is the type of
3.
dog that Gus would never expect Gus to have.
Oswald weighs probably like 8 pounds, maybe
Like,
9.
It's like the cutest little
Those
stuffed
dogs are
animal
too
dog
fun. I love
ever.
your
I
dogs.
love it. I
I've
love
never met
Oswald.
Drogo, but
You should come by. He's a
But Gus,
funny. He's a little asshole.
little
Oh, is
Oswald.
he?
Yeah, he doesn't. He's tiny, so by his logic, he can go do whatever he wants. Step all over you, jump on you. It's fine.
does he do the yapping? Does he
Nah.
yap all the time?
Nah.
I feel like
I
like,
hate yappy
right.
dogs.
Yeah, and that's the first thought when you see a smaller, like the smaller the dog, the more annoying they are. Not in Gus's house. He's like, "You shut your goddamn mouth, Oswald, because Daddy loves you."
There's Oswald.
There's
there.
Oswald.
Seeing Gus with his dog is something that's like
Oh my gosh, I
this
love
is
it.
something that no fan has like ever seen in any video or any podcast of any kind. Seeing Gus in his house with a dog, especially like as he openly states all the time that like how much he hates kids and he's never gonna have kids. Like this dog is like the love of his life.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
those dogs.
He's just like, "Come to Daddy, you such a good fucking boy. Oh, I love you." It's ridiculous.
It's
I would
true.
love to see that.
It really is funny.
So if Esther was going like, do you think?
Maybe I would've
do you
woken
think
up.
it'd wake
Maybe
up?
she should imitate the dog.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I felt really bad. She was like really sick.
Why didn't she like shake you?
She said she tried. I just slept through it all. So she says that now, even in sleep, that I just like totally tune her out.
Do you or her snore?
I snore so bad.
And she puts up with that.
Yeah, the first year we were married, she had real trouble with it, but she's gotten used to it.
God, that's awful. I can't stand that shit. It drives me
You
fucking
you
insane.
you snore.
You
right?
strike me as a snorer.
I might,
You look like a powerful snorer.
but I can't stand listening to it.
Yeah.
Me either. No.
I wake myself up from snoring a lot.
I've never done that.
I do that all the time on planes.
Yeah.
You wake yourself up
Do
snoring.
you get that
Yeah.
that sense that you're just too comfortable and that you know you're snoring? Do you ever get that feeling?
You're too.
I get a feeling like right as I'm falling asleep, I think this is really peaceful, and I'm aware that I'm probably snoring really loud, and then I
Yeah.
wake up like,
Yeah, I've done that before, where it's like you say, you're in that like
Yeah.
kind of twilight, like you're kind of drifting off.
yeah, like oh, this
And
is
then
happening for me.
All of a sudden, you realize, I'll realize like I'm mid snore, like whoa, where did that come from? Snoring is so weird to me, and there's like certain positions you sleep in that are supposed to make you more apt to snoring, right? Like if you sleep on
Laying
your
on
back,
your back,
you
you
snore.
can snore more. If you lay on your side, apparently you don't, because it opens up one of the valves in your nose.
What
or
about if you lay on
something.
your stomach?
You suffocate.
Yeah, the pillow, it'll get you. Unless you have like a masseuse bed and there's a hole for your face. Then you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
That actually makes a lot of sense for a bed, though.
I always
Having
sleep,
a full hole.
I always
in it?
sleep on my stomach.
Yeah, I do quite a lot. I wedge my hand between my pillows and put my head on top of the
Yeah.
top one.
I do that.
Yeah, same here. But it's been difficult with I got the piercing
Oh, yeah.
in there, and it's like I cannot sleep on that side of my head. So I will wake up in the middle of the night and not even realize it. And apparently I've been sleeping for like 2 or 3 hours, and I just have that throbbing
You
pain.
can't take those out when you go to sleep?
No, they can't come out for at least 8 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
What
I mean, it's
do-
getting better, but it's just like
don't go to
annoying.
sleep for 8 weeks.
Or just don't put 5 holes in the side of your head.
Oh, there's that too.
Fair play.
Too
would you
fair.
would you ever consider getting a piercing?
No. I don't want to look like Jeff.
I guess. Then what about a tattoo? Would you ever get a tattoo?
Oh, who doesn't want to look like Jeff?
No, I don't know if... No, I don't think so. I can't think of anything I would get that I would like that
British flag.
long. Nah.
Boom.
Queen.
No.
Done.
Queen. I can
Yeah, but then
see you
she'll-
getting the queen.
Then she'd die and it'd be out of date.
Like get the
Then
new
you-
queen.
it could be- yeah, it could
Odds
be like-
are she'll outlive you.
It could be a memorial.
Although the next one it will be a king, so I'll just put a moustache on it or something when she dies.
They'll probably look the same when
yeah,
he's
when
old,
he's
right?
old enough. Yeah, when he's old enough, I'll just be like, eh.
All old people look kind of the same.
Yeah.
What about you? Any piercings? Or would you ever get a piercing?
I had a pierced ear. Which,
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, when I was like 14, I
Yeah.
got it in high school. That's it. I only had one ever, and it's like it's sealed up a few times because I went through like I'd wear it for like 2 years or whatever, and then like I just wouldn't wear it for forever, and like a year or something, and the hole would like close up, but not like completely. But I never got it re-pierced. I
Oh,
would
there's
just,
my
I would just,
earring.
I would just take like a sewing needle and just stab it through my ear to like reopen the hole, and then use the earring again. But I haven't had it in for like 5 years. Tattoos, obviously. I'll
Tattoo-
probably
yeah,
get
I'm not-
more at some point.
No, see, I did that because I can take those out. That picture, there you go.
Yeah, but
there's the
you'll have
picture.
5 holes or 6
No,
holes in your
those
ear.
can close up. If I were to get a tattoo, then I can't just be
Lasers.
like, yeah, but that's a lot more money, a lot more expensive than
So you'd
just
never
taking
get a
it
tattoo?
out. I don't know
But
what
if you
I
got it
would.
where no one could see it.
No, I just don't know what I would get that would be so memorable to where.
Why not a tattoo from the movie Blade? That'll never get old.
Well, you know me and my knowledge of movies, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Talk about my tattoo.
Yeah, it's on
Oh,
his back.
My stupid ass tattoo I got.
Has anyone ever got a pair of sunglasses tattooed to their head?
Jesus.
no, but I saw
Like-
a guy that he just did a rim around his eyes, so it looked like he had
Dude.
glasses on.
That's
What about the
fucking
people that get their
stupid.
fucking eyeballs tattooed?
Nah,
Have
I'm
you
not
seen
into
that?
it.
Yeah.
Not into
Where
it.
like they can tattoo your eyeball like black.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
That's the
yeah,
new
it's
thing
a real
now,
thing.
is
It's
like-
a real thing. I've seen it happen. It's like they're literally taking needles and like shoving them into certain
Yeah.
parts of your eyeballs and like shooting ink in it. Yup.
No.
That-
Yeah,
That's
and
what
it's
the
kind of
piercing
like
guy
it makes
told
them
me.
it makes them look like they're black, but they're like silver, like they glimmer.
You're like
really
you're like
fucking
Vin Diesel
weird.
for Pitch Black.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Why would
That's
you do that?
crazy.
Is that's got to be painful, right?
I don't know.
Apparently, it's the new
Apparently,
trend.
it's not that painful.
Is it permanent?
Well, yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, that's what the.
I think it's similar to like. You
Well,
know
a lot
how
of people
when
get the eyeliner stuff done permanently, don't
Oh
they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
that
like
that
makeup,
makes
that's
more
easier.
sense.
Yeah, I've seen
I mean, that's a little
eyeliner
extreme,
and,
but that
like,
still makes more
eyebrows.
sense.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Like
more.
like the people get like the equivalent of like a makeup base tattooed on
Mm-hmm.
themselves. I've heard of that.
But no, the piercing guy told me the main thing now, all these 18-year-olds are coming in, or like 17, 18-year-olds are coming in, and they're getting face tattoos. That's the
That's
new thing. Is just
fucking
everyone's
crazy.
getting face tattoos. Nothing anywhere else, just face tattoos. The younger crowd is. I don't know if I could do that.
You mean
So if you're
tattoos
gonna
on
get
the
a face tattoo, you should get a face tattooed on your face. What are you getting? A face?
Whose face? Mine.
Yeah, I always
No,
wonder what it
oh,
looked
yeah,
like to
like, get
tattoo
somebody
someone else's
else's
face
face.
over the top of your face and like how they
Yeah.
would do it.
That's what I mean. What would that look like?
Like, could I get Gus on mine?
That'd be really funny. You should.
Like,
That'd be
we'll
an
take-
improvement.
No, it wouldn't make sense because it wouldn't like stretch properly. Like it all get fucking distorted over the nose. Cause like
'Cause
it would
yours
be,
is
it would be like
huge.
stretching it wrong. So like his face would either be like more squished.
Yeah,
or more
like if
stretched.
you did it that way, your
It would
ears
look
would like
fucking
move up to my
bizarre.
cheeks. 'cause
It
my
would be like
nose
taking a mask and putting it over like a differently sized mannequin, and the face would be all like fucking squished over and shit. Still an improvement though.
I wanted to make a shirt where, because we did those Rainbow Six, you weren't in them, we did the Rainbow Six Let's Plays where
Yeah,
you take
that
a
was
picture of your face,
fucking
and it just looks all
creepy.
distorted. And I was thinking, it would be funny to print that exact face, but kind of flattened out on a t-shirt, so that you could take the shirt and wrap it around your head and have that exact thing. I think that would sell really
Yeah,
well.
that'd be great.
It's a t-shirt that's
People
also
don't
a
buy
mask.
the shirts and then wrap them around their faces.
You can either wear it like a shirt and you've got like an obscure picture, or you just take the whole thing and just smush it over. And
It's
it
the
would
kind of
look,
thing where you would like almost like one of those interior printed shirts where it's like normal, and then you print like the mask on the inside bottom. There you can like flip it up and put it over your face.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, sometimes you know, like shirts will be printed on the inside
No,
and
I've
the
never
bottom.
seen that.
Is
You
that,
just
is
like
that really useful for people that are gonna like rob a convenience
Yeah,
store?
absolutely. You put
know?
you put like bandit
It's like,
mask down there.
boosh,
And to
done.
identify them, you just have to see a load of topless dudes because all you could see was their damn nipples.
Identify them by their
Number
nipples.
number 3, please step forward, take your shirt off and shake it. That was him.
Shake it like Beyonce.
You remind me of Beyonce, baby. Fucking video, man.
I got to see that now.
It's so fucking terrible.
Then maybe I shouldn't see it.
And people just laugh. The guy who's filming is just laughing at him. The worst part about that video, though, is that the guy obviously wasn't capturing. He brings out like a camera to film his screen, so everything's like out of focus. You can't.
Okay.
He's all shaking and shit the
Yeah,
whole time.
he's laughing. You can't see shit.
Put it
Well,
down.
it's just the
fool.
audio that's funny. He could have just reshot something. couldn't
Yeah,
he?
but you can't see the guy's gamer tag.
Oh, yeah.
Well, y'all are hyping it up, so I guess. And now you're hyping it down.
So
Yeah.
speaking of my first video that you mentioned, yeah, that's me. I was playing fucking Dragon Age Origins. I had a video camera, like, or it wasn't even that. It was a fucking digital camera that happened to also record video. Like, it was just like a $50 Lumix camera, and I'm playing Dragon Age. I beat the
Lumix.
game. It's all like totally fucked, and like nothing's rendered, and everybody's just like missing their heads and shit.
Was that on a console or a PC?
That was on 360.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
I just fucking like grab my camera, pick it up while I'm sitting in my chair, and I'm just holding it.
That's why it looks like there's an earthquake.
Yeah,
right now.
I have a dramatic zoom where I just fucking zoom the camera in, like I just move it closer to the TV. That's the oldest video I ever made. I made videos like that granted, a lot of them were live action, but I made probably like at least 10 or more videos just fucking pointing the camera at the TV like an asshole. But I did go through the trouble of actually like trying to like center it, and I would sit it on the back of my computer chair and then sit behind it and talk into it.
Well, you did your Crackdown video like
Yeah,
that, didn't
that's the same camera
Yeah.
I did my Crackdown video with.
I think my favorite part of that video is you're like, I'm the only one with a body and I'm dead.
Yeah. I've said that before. I honestly, like, because we have so many fucking stupid things we say from, like, It's Sunny or Key and Peele and this and that. We have, like, a million different, like, inside jokes that we say. I say stuff sometimes that I don't remember where it came from.
Because they're so far gone.
Because
you
it's
just-
so long ago,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just like, I'm keeping it alive, but I don't even remember what the hell it is. Not too long ago, like within maybe the last like 4 or 5 months, we were doing a Let's Play, and I was like, you ain't got no fucking body, stupid. And I'm like, where the fuck is that from? That's from that video.
It's from you then.
It's from me from 4 years ago.
You're your own trendsetter.
That's the description of the video is you ain't got no body, stupid, with STOOPID.
That's definitely Jersey.
I was gonna say there's
Yeah,
that
well, that's
Jersey
why I did it.
accent.
Yeah, I've been saying some stuff. Like randomly one day I said something like Jeebus Lorenzo or something.
Yeah, you did.
And that was from me, but
Yeah,
from when I
that
was
stuck.
10. Like I used to make videos with my friend when I was about 10 years old, and we just randomly said that, and I brought it back. I was like, wow, I didn't even think to bring that out. It's just somewhere in the back of my brain. It just went whoop right to the front, and I said it. I was like, that was weird. Why did I say that? I haven't said that in 15 years.
You say it you're referencing yourself. That's how awesome you are.
Yeah.
And for the one person you hope that one friend watches the video and like, hey, I get that. I was there.
He's dead now.
Oh, that's a shame. That's really sad.
He's not
That's bullshit.
I know.
I was lying.
Knew it.
He said that's a shame. With the
It's
full
funny
grin on your
too,
face.
especially when we've had this experience a little more recently when we reference like pop culture stuff, because like Gavin and I did the Surgeon Simulator video, the first one. I think it was the first one. Or maybe it was the second one, because it was the several surgeries and the brain surgery and shit.
Yeah, it must have been
So
the second
so it was like part one of the Surgeon Simulator Rage Quit we did when that was on the Steam, the full retail version. And we get to like the brain surgery, and the guy's like all done up in like the headgear that's like bolted into his neck and all that shit. And Gavin's like, "Hey, it's Ted Beneke." I edited that video. I left it in. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was almost a year ago, probably like 8 months ago or something. I'm watching Breaking Bad. I even met Ted Beneke. Didn't register in my brain. You know, I'm just like watching the show. Get to the episode where he's in the thing, and she's like, "Oh my God, Ted!" And it cuts to him. I'm like, "I get it now. I get it. I get my own video from 8 months ago."
You're finally in on the
Yeah,
joke.
and then Ray said the same thing. I have Lindsay bought me the Hitler dog painting from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That Hitler supposedly painted, and it's in Charlie's apartment. So it's like a prop that's in the background of Sunny since like season 1 or 2, and they make like a big episode about it in like season 8 or something. And Lindsay got it for me, and it's right above my desk, like on the shelf, and it's been there for a few months since like July. Ray comes in, I think it was today, and he's like, he's just started watching Sunny like a few weeks ago. He's like, finally know what the fuck that means. Never understood that. That's from a TV show. Okay, I had no idea why you had a picture of a dog above your desk.
So when you saw Ted Beneke, did you like?
I said out loud.
Were you just in your head, or you just?
No,
like,
I said out loud. I was like, that's what Gavin meant. I said it to Lindsay out loud. I was like, I joined the club.
You get it?
Yeah.
Referential jokes are always so weird to me because it's like you're obviously targeting like a subset of people who know about that knowledge.
Yeah. But people will appreciate that kind of
well,
thing.
we get away
Unlike
with it.
poop jokes, which everyone can laugh at.
Dude, poop's funny. We get away with it in Achievement Hunter because while there is a lot of like you said, it's like there's this percentage of people that'll get it. But even in the office, there's always like 2 or 3 people that'll get it. Like Gavin and Jeff would constantly go back and forth with the Breaking Bad stuff, and Jack. But nobody else knew anything about it. And now finally, like Ray and I watched the show completely, and we're like, hey, we get to join in. We like threw like a shitload of spoilers in the. One of the GTA Let's Plays with the fuck you if you haven't watched the show yet. Oh well.
Always Sunny?
No,
No,
Breaking
Oh,
Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
I was like, there's always Sunny spoilers.
No. We just like sneaking in, but it was always like Gavin and Jeff were always like kind of vague, little like in this episode, and now that the show's over and everyone in Achievement Hunter's seen it except for Ryan, and he's just like, I don't give a shit. We're just like, oh, it's like every Breaking Bad reference like all the time.
I was just in England, and I was playing my DS on the flight, and it lasted about 4 hours and then turned off, and I was in the middle of Pokemon.
You gotta turn the brightness down, Gavin.
I don't know. I didn't actually know you could do that.
Yeah.
Number
What?
1,
What's number 1?
Brightness.
dimmest, lowest brightness setting.
Yeah.
And you can still see. I was taking for granted that like the Game Boy Color and stuff didn't even have a light. It
Oh
didn't
my
have
God, it was so
it had
bad.
no backlight.
You had
had
to buy
Game Boy-
attachment.
the
You had
Game
to
Boy
plug in a
Advance-
worm light.
The Game Boy Advance didn't have one either.
Nope.
Really?
Remember, someone made a device, they called it the Afterburner, and you could buy it, and you would take apart your Game Boy Advance, and you would install this light in it, and then reassemble it and hook it up into the
Wow.
power supply.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, you're right. They didn't have much.
But I found my old Game Boy Color because I was in England. I was just trying to. Every time I go back there, I try and throw away more of my things. So eventually, I have nothing there anymore.
Right.
And I found my lime green Game Boy Color with Pokemon Yellow
Had the
wedged in the
exact
back.
same color, Gavin.
Yeah, you did. It was the color to get.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I remember this. And I wanted to see what Pokemon I had in my party, so I was like trying to find some batteries. And I was like, wait a second, and I turned it on and it worked. I haven't touched that thing in like 14 years, and the battery didn't drain enough. And I looked on the back of the thing, and the batteries expired in like 2007.
Wow.
And I looked at some new batteries, and they expired in 2020. So it's like that's how old that thing was. But yeah, I had everything there. Like the battery inside the cartridge still worked as well, so
Yeah.
I could see all my Pokemon.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you name your party?
I did.
What'd you name them?
Nope.
Do you remember?
Nope.
You don't remember?
You just looked at it.
Nah.
Like you just saw it. You don't remember what they
He
were?
totally knows.
No idea.
Yeah,
Like
you do.
any
What
of
was
them.
it?
I'll tell you
Yeah,
afterwards.
exactly.
But when I was
Inside jokes.
when I was on the way back, I was flying back, so I flew London to Dallas, Dallas to Austin, and I found one of those charging points in the Dallas airport because I wanted to charge my DS because it ran out immediately. So I was there, I got in, I got in the seat in front of the PowerPoint, plugged in my thing, and about half an hour later, some dude came up to the charging point, and they were all taken. And he looked at me, he was like, yeah, you're going to have to unplug your game because actually I've got to do some work, and I need power. And I was like, well, feel free to go and find another set of seats with more power. And I stood up for myself, and I was really
Yeah, go
excited.
fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
How about that?
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
I
I don't
almost
don't
wanted
care if
to-
I was plugged. I had a fucking razor plugged in. Go fuck yourself.
I
asshole.
honestly,
here
I
first.
couldn't believe it. I was looking at him. I was looking at the thing. I was
Dude,
like,
There's
Are
not
you kidding
only,
me?
There's not only I was here first. If the dude walked up and was like, "Hey, I really need to work. Do you
Yeah,
mind if
I
I
probably
borrow
would've
that?"
done it.
I was like, "Oh, okay." That
Yeah.
attitude, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
you piece of
absolutely.
shit.
Yeah.
Get
absolutely.
the fuck out of here.
You should have found a glass bottle, broken it, and just fucking threat.
let's go.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
If I had ice cream, I would have thrown it at him.
How old was that?
And
How
on
old
his
was the dude?
laptop.
He's probably late 40s,
What an asshole.
in a suit, uptight prick. Yeah.
Fucking suit wearing bitch.
How fucking sad for that guy.
Do you remember you used to wear suits a lot to work?
People always say that. I didn't.
But
You
I
dressed
really,
up.
I really
No,
wanted to.
I remember him doing it like twice.
I know everyone always says that. I did it like one time in a recap, and then like I came here in a suit because I said I would because I'm fucking stupid, and
Yeah.
I was like, see, I'm getting a little drunk, and so like stupid. Stupid. I was like, hey guys, like on Twitter, I was like, I'm gonna wear my suit when I move to Austin. So I put my fucking suit on in August in New Jersey. And I get to the airport, and it's like 95 degrees, and with the humidity, I'm just like a pool of sweat. I'm soaking wet. So like when I got to the security thing, like the very first checkpoint where the guy looks at your ticket and like scribbles on it, he just like stared at me for like a minute, and just like
You ain't from around.
like looking
or-
back and forth. No, it was still in New Jersey, just because I was sitting there sweating to death, and I'm like, God damn it, come on. So there was that. Jack has a picture. He picked me up from the airport, and I was wearing my suit. And then I think I wore it during one recap, and then maybe one at a time. And now, like 2 years later, people have this fucking like this like lore of like, dude, remember that crazy suit? Gus, we just did that Pokemon thing, right?
Right.
The how do you
The more you know.
Yeah,
What do you know?
And with you and Bernie, and fucking Brandon comes up to me like a few days before we film it, and he's like, hey,
there's
we have
your
this
suit.
idea, blah blah blah.
there's
yeah,
the
there's my
suit.
suit, right?
The
He's
purple.
like, hey, can you have like a crazy suit, right? I'm like, no. And he's like, no, you got like a crazy purple suit. Can you wear that? I'm like, I have a fucking black suit with a purple lining and a purple shirt. And he's like, I thought it was crazier than that. I'm like, no, I don't know.
I'm surprised he didn't stick pink
Nope.
polka dots to the
Yeah,
outside
and
of
it's
it.
just like, so that's my crazy
Ma-
wild suit.
Maybe the vest, but you had a purple vest, right?
No, the vest was black, but again,
Oh.
it was purple just on the back.
I saw a great suit. I'm
Sexy
gonna pull up a picture of it here.
regardless-ish.
I saw a great suit the other day. I went to go get fitted for a tux for one of the million weddings that's going on.
Gus, you don't need to wear a tux.
I can't really see it very well. If you want to cut to it, it's just this
You can. No.
terrible.
blue.
It's not velvet.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
it
this
looks
blue
good.
crushed
I-
velvet suit jacket. And I was like, yes, I am absolutely buying that. So I got to go back and pick that up at some
How
point.
much is that?
$250.
Oh, really? That's not
It's
bad.
not that bad.
Where'd you find that at?
It was at Men's Warehouse.
Really?
You're gonna look like
Bargain.
Jordan.
It's like I gotta buy that and then like go to Vegas.
That's definitely something Jordan would wear.
It's very dapper.
I like it.
Here, let me read this thing. Want to
Yeah.
remind everyone that this episode of Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by. I had a kind of a GTA inspired dream a few weeks ago.
What'd you do?
How many
I
people
was
did you
I was being
brutally murder?
chased in a car, and I had to get out. And it was at the new HEB here by my house over at Mueller, and I had to get out, and I had to try to get into a car to go and like drive around. Like I was changing cars to like try to evade the people that were chasing me. It was just like a prolonged car chase with like
A car to go would be a great getaway car.
yeah.
And
Th-
you
there's
actually,
tons of them,
Yeah.
That's true.
and it's not your car.
You can like swap a bunch of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, you could just keep swapping, and they wouldn't.
You know
Well, I
what
guess
they
they
can
you
track
keep
that.
looking for the same car.
Can they trace
But
you?
you'd have different license
Yeah.
with
plates.
each thing?
Well, I guess the company would know what car you were in at any given time, but most people just
Is
look
there
at
any
it.
way to throw them off?
Most witnesses would be like, it was a car to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
They
Fucking
probably
great.
wouldn't, they wouldn't think about the license.
I think all the
plate.
car to goes in Austin also have very similar license plates.
Mm.
Like they start with like the same 3 or 4 characters.
So you're kind of giving hints on, if we want to
Just saying.
commit
Not that I've thought about
crimes.
this before.
What happens to social security numbers when that person dies? Do they just go unused?
I think they go and I think there's like a grace period. I think they go and use for a while and then they're recycled.
I'd be
eventually.
interested in how many dead social security numbers there are right now. Like just being held because the guy's
Well, maybe
dead.
not. I mean, how many
Wouldn't it
digits
depend
are
on the
there? 4, 5,
digits?
6,
Yeah.
1, 2,
It's
3, 4,
different
5.
in like every state.
There's
isn't it?
9.
What's
Or
it?
is it- or is it
Social
by the country?
Social Security's federal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the country.
So there's
Yours is different, right?
Oh, we don't have social security.
What do you have? Oh, you had to get one when you came here.
Yeah.
There's 9 digits, which could conceivably account for 1 billion people.
We have national insurance.
That would make
Is it the
sense.
same
just
thing?
9.
It's a number, and you pay national insurance off your income and stuff. And then you get NHS.
How many digits is that?
7? It's
The-
letters and numbers.
Why does
The,
it?
the license, driver's license numbers are crazy different.
I was gonna
Those
say.
are
Oh,
different in
yeah.
every state. Like
Yeah.
every time I showed my license here in New Jersey before I got my Texas license, everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
How many
It was like 12 letters. It was
Wow.
like letters and numbers.
Yeah, here
And
it's just 8 numbers.
Yeah, they were just like bullshit. This is bullshit.
I've been in this country so long now that I went back to England and I've forgotten my UK number now. Like it's just gone.
Your phone number?
Yeah, I've had 2 phone numbers in England. I remember my original one from like 8 years ago, probably.
Sometimes I still text your British number by accident.
It still comes to me. It's all iMessage.
It's just like a
I
nice
guess so.
reminder. Gus, he likes it a little bit. He's like, oh, I'm back in Britain. Oh,
Like I'll send it and be like, oh fuck, what did I just do?
I think I get it, but it ends up in a different thing.
Yeah, it's a different conversation.
Does that charge you more if you send it
Not
to
if it's
his UK
iMessage.
number?
It's
Oh,
free.
that's right.
It's just data.
Yeah.
As long as the little message bubble's blue.
Yeah, I know
you're fine.
that. I just didn't know.
That new FaceTime audio. What?
You fucking ask me a question, I'm explaining it again, and then I fucking, oh, I know that.
Gus, please. Oh, now she's throwing shit. You know why she's throwing shit? Because she can't kick you
Yeah.
from where she is. She can't reach you.
Violent.
Let me ask
Yeah.
you a question. Do you like being kicked?
She wouldn't know.
Because people don't kick.
People get expelled and kicked
Do
off
you
the
like-
football team.
Do you like being just punted in the shin?
I don't believe so, no.
Interesting.
Is it really? Oh, you fucked it up.
Oh, Gavin, stop
Hold
playing
on.
with your
Get
microphone.
to mute them. Gotta have to mute his mic first.
Gavin's fucking around. So I'll mention this while you're fixing that. So this weekend, this Saturday, Jack is helming the Extra Life stream.
Oh, yeah.
25 hours. Saturday, I think it's for us, 8 a.m. Central to, I think it
8
goes
a.m.
to,
Saturday to 8 a.m. Sunday.
I think it goes from 8 a.m. to 9.
No,
'Cause
it's
he
8
said,
to-
he said technically it's 25 hours.
It's 8 to 8. Just daylight savings happens.
Gotcha.
So there's an extra
Okay.
hour in there.
All
It's
right.
8 a.m.
So
Saturday, 8 a.m.
I
Sunday.
just like, we're putting in an extra hour.
So we're in
right?
that period now where daylight savings in Europe has already happened.
Yes.
And it's going to happen here as well.
Yes.
I was confused recently.
It's awful.
Well,
So
now
confusing.
you know.
But
Yeah.
as part of that, there's that exclusive
The poster.
poster
The
that's
print.
going to be on sale.
Yeah, it's a recreation of X-Men issue 1 with, it's got Cyclops, Miss Marvel, who is Marvel Girl, sorry. Marvel Girl, who is Jean Grey, but like initially I guess that was her starting name. So it's Cyclops, Marvel Girl, Beast, Iceman, Angel, and who the fuck else?
Magneto.
Oh, Magneto, right.
Yeah.
So Patrick and John created
The Rise Mongler.
Yeah, they created an Achievement Hunter version with Ryan, the Mad King, as Magneto, Jeff as the leader, Cyclops, Gavin is Iceman,
Or Gavin Freeze.
Gavin Freeze, which is pretty good.
very nice.
Ray's Marvel Girl, Jack is Beast,
Marvel Girl.
I'm Angel.
You're
and,
Angel without wings.
What's that?
You're Angel without wings.
Yeah, I'm without wings, yes.
Yeah.
But I am diving through the air with a rocket launcher. And it looks cool as shit. So that's an exclusive. It's only available during the stream. There's
Right.
a limited number.
And all the proceeds from sale of it will go
Yeah, will
to
go
benefit
to, Extra Life.
Extra Life. Mm-hmm.
So there's a limited number of those. They're going to go on sale once the stream starts on Saturday.
There it is.
There they are right
God,
there.
it just looks so
Awesome.
good. If you can get another shot of the original X-Men, like issue 1, it's like dead on.
Yeah, it's
like a
fucking
comparison. It's really
The only
fucking
difference,
good.
I guess, is that Ryan is looking this way instead of Magneto is facing backwards, but you have to be able to see Ryan's face.
Right, yeah.
There's a few little adjustments.
Yeah, it
It's
makes
awesome.
sense.
I love it when
I can't wait to get one. I absolutely gonna. It's a fucking 24 by 36 poster too. $10.
Nice.
Shit, I'd buy it.
And
For
Extra Life,
charity.
of course, benefits children's hospitals through the Children's Miracle Network. So I think a lot of us here are playing for the Dell Children's Center,
Yeah,
which is the children's
it's a
hospital here.
local hospital in Austin.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I know I'm
everyone
gonna be there.
buy a poster.
Jack's gonna be there. I know Ray's gonna stop by. Jack has the full list. I'm sure there's a whole crap load of people that'll be
Yeah,
coming
I think
by.
he's going to email out our schedules tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think that's what he said.
you know,
So you're doing it.
check it out
I'm
Saturday.
going to stop by. No, there's the side by side.
Oh,
There
there
you
you go. Oh, you're right. That is seriously like, spot on. You did an awesome job.
Iceman in the
out to
original
John.
looks like a mummy.
You look way better
Yeah,
than the original
oh, cool.
Iceman. You look way cooler.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop by. I
Cooler
don't
than
think
the
I'm gonna
ice.
schedule a time, but I'm gonna.
You
Dude,
should be
Gus
there
is
for the
too
1
cool for
hour.
schedules.
Pop in.
You should be there for the 1 repeated hour.
The daylight savings seems so like when I think about it, it seems so stupid to me. But now when it's dark when I wake up, I'm like, why the fuck is it dark when I wake up? Like, why can't we fix this?
So is it going to make it darker earlier?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but it'll be daylight when I fucking wake up.
Yeah.
I like
I
that
kind of like
better.
waking up in the dark.
I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
See, I
You know, I
hate
fucking
it
hate driving
too.
home in the dark too.
I don't know. I have this thing where, like, you know,
You just
I
don't
just
like
don't like the
winter.
dark.
waking
You
up
say winter.
in New Jersey, and 2, being in a house is completely different from an apartment. I grew up in a house and in like a small neighborhood.
Why, a bed's different in a house than they are in an apartment?
No, the environment, the neighborhood. There's houses and families with like backyards and dogs and all that shit, and there's not cars driving down main roads every 2 seconds. It's just like a car will drive down the street at my parents' house like 5 times, in from midnight to 1 a.m. or something. Here, we live right next to major roads. There's like always cars driving by. There's always, I don't know. It's just like different. It's different background noise. It's completely different. Like I remember waking up for school, like hearing the garbage trucks out front at 5:45 a.m. picking up the garbage in the front of the house because I had to dump the garbage in the backyard and then drag the cans out front, take it, and the garbage man come take it up. Now living in an apartment complex, it's like I don't even know when they come, and it's like they just drive around to all the complexes and shit. I never hear dogs barking in the back. Like there's the annoying your neighbor has a dog in his apartment and they won't shut the fuck up dog, but like not just like there's a dog in a backyard somewhere in our neighborhood. Just completely different.
Fair.
So I know we moved off the topic a bit. I wanted to go back and revisit it. So we recorded that the more you know, the Pokemon thing, like a week before the actual game came out.
Yeah,
and
it was right before it came out.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. I felt like I did better than I thought I would have done.
Dude, you almost got Snorlax. I was very impressed with that.
What did you call it? Snorasaur?
Snore something, yeah.
Snorlax is the real name.
It's a Pokemon.
There's something so like a massive flaw in every Pokemon game is that you battle all these trainers. Like every goddamn place you go, it's like, let's fight. Let's have animal fight.
Yeah.
And then...
So really, it's like a Michael Vick simulator.
It's a Michael Vick simulator.
Right.
And then they were like, I'm so strong, I'm going to kick you in the arsehole. And then you beat him, obviously, because you're the main guy.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't believe you're such a strong trainer and you're so much more powerful than me. And it's like, I've got 6 Pokemon and you got 2.
Yeah, that is true.
Every single fight,
That is
you
true.
outnumber every single person you
Do
fight.
you really want to fight 6 fucking Pokemon, though, for every trainer you pass? The game would be
No.
900,000 times longer.
But the
But
dialogue
why
makes sense.
isn't
It's like,
it?
what?
Why do they let you go into a fight with 6? When you go into a fight, why don't they make you just pick 2 of them?
Yeah, like this is a 2 Pokemon fight.
Or
and you
2
pick
or 3, right?
Yeah, that would make sense. But even all your friends that you're having lame conversations with the whole game, it's like, wow, he's clearly the strongest out of all of us. It's like, I clearly keep 6 Pokemon.
I have
on
a
me at
million
all
fucking
times.
Pokemon.
But then, you know what happens, though? You get to Blackthorn City, right? And you fight the gym leader who has the dragon Pokemon, and she doesn't even have 6, and then you can't beat her. So what do you do there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, that's why you stop playing Heart
quit.
Soul Silver, though. But she
Debatable.
doesn't even have 6 Pokemon. She has like 3, maybe 4.
My Pokemon were too low level. I don't know what I've been doing. Like I played fine. Like I wiped the floor the whole way there, and then it was
You
just like
were
I
going
suck.
on about how easy the game was.
Yeah.
And then you just hit a fucking brick wall of
And then
doom, and you just could not
I
beat
took
it.
the game out and never played it again. I'm like at the 8th gym in Pokemon
I
Silver.
think it's the 8th
Soul
gym.
Silver. And on Pokemon X, I think I've got 5 badges.
Dude, you're farther than I am. I only have 2.
I have a Blastoise now, but I'm annoyed
do.
because I made him an HM bitch, and I kind of want
Yeah,
to
it
use
was a
him well.
stupid idea.
Yeah, he has like
He
head.
picks a starter to carry all the shit moves that you need throughout the game. I don't know how far you've gotten in the game.
I got 2 badges.
Okay, so you know about HMs, like cut and stuff like that. It's basically like you need them in the game. You need them to progress and unlock new areas. And when you get strength, it's like to push boulders and shit like that. But they suck. Like almost all those moves suck shit. So like usually your party has 5 good Pokemon and then some shitty asshole that can
He's the utility guy.
right
who
that
does,
can
all
hold
other
the
stuff. Yeah.
best guy to hold all the crap moves. Gavin teaches all the crap moves to his main fucking Pokemon, or his second starter.
But the thing is, you only really need one move for like you have a water guy, and then you want him to have one powerful water move.
Well, no, not at all. Because then if you fight a dude that's like
You want to have like a normal
strong
move
against
also.
water,
Yeah.
you want to have like a normal attack or a fighting move or something. That's the whole point.
Or just wait for him to die and then switch to a different one.
Right,
Like, it's
or
not the
you
end
just
of the
get
world.
slaughtered and don't beat the 8th gym. This is why we're understanding why you don't know how to play the fucking game. Because you teach your Pokemon all one type of move.
I remember I had a Gengar in that one.
Yo, I remember this story. This
And
is great.
You're
You're going on about how much Gengar sucked.
I made him forget hypnosis. Or something.
Hypnosis, yeah, which puts
But
Pokemon to
there's
sleep,
another move called Dream Eater,
which is amazing.
which only works when the other Pokemon's asleep.
It
But I removed them.
it not only does massive damage, but you gain like half the damage you deal. You
Okay.
gain back in health. Like it's a phenomenal move. And like even in the Elite Four, even in like the most powerful fights in the whole game, if you can get a hypnosis, I think hypnosis is 75% accuracy. I'm not sure on that, but if you can get them to sleep, it's just an awesome move. Like Dream Meter, it's really powerful, and you gain health doing it. And yeah, Gavin's like, this fucking move doesn't do anything. It never works. I'm like, oh, you got to put him to sleep first. And he's like, oh, I deleted that. I'm like, why would you ever get rid of hypnosis? It's one of the most useful moves in the entire game.
And I did a thing where I caught another one that had a sleep move,
Uh-huh.
and I would always put it to sleep with that one and then try and switch. But it would always goddamn wake up in between.
Gavin's got two, like, got like a Gengar and a Ghastly in his party. And they're
like high five each other. It's like, I hope he doesn't wake up by the time I get there. So dumb. I hate that game.
Yeah,
I hate Pokemon. It's a dumb game.
He keeps saying he hates it, and he keeps fucking playing.
It's
He's
addictive,
the
though, isn't
biggest
it? Like,
hypocrite in the
No,
world.
I stopped. I totally
But
put it down. I was done.
Gus is legitimate. He says he hates it and he doesn't play it. I can respect
Okay, so
that.
you really hate it. See, I don't mind the mechanic. The story's just crap, though.
Well, no,
Yeah, absolutely.
shit.
I don't
Nobody-
play it,
nobody
and
gives
I
a
have
crap
no
about the
opinion on
story.
it. So there we go.
Who the hell plays Pokemon for the
Unbiased.
story? Nobody. It's a role-playing game.
Yeah, but the TV shows...
Are all role-playing games story-driven?
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I guess it's different. Like,
Maybe if they tackled some of the main issues with Pokemon, like maybe your character comes up to a Jinx and they're like, "Wow, why is this Pokemon so racist?" And they will have like a story
it's
arc
not,
based.
though, anymore.
Well, because it's purple now.
Right, but it's been purple for like 12 years.
When was it the blackface Pokemon?
The first generation.
And how did that slip by?
Fuck if I know. People are fucking stupid in 1997.
There are some
Or
Pokemon where it's
98,
like
whatever.
you can see what it's based on. It's like, Pikachu, it's a little electric rat.
Yeah.
A little mouse Pokemon. What the hell is Mr. Mime?
He's a mime.
He's a goddamn freak of nature. He looks like a dude, but he's all skinny and he has mime gloves and he does mime. What is that?
Mr. Mime.
It's a mime.
Mime.
But a mime is a human. Is it
You know
a
what I
human
don't like,
Pokemon?
Gus?
Sure.
You know what I don't like here?
It's like a little person. What?
Going back to that Pokemon thing. When we brought up the topic of Mr. Mime, if you recall, and Professor Oak, which that was the cut segment. There was a long, thorough conversation about who Ash's real father was, whether he had a father or not, and if Professor Oak may have been that father. And none of that made it into the video, and I was a little disappointed about that. There was
Maybe-
also talk about Mr. Mime being basically like the house bitch, and he cleaned all the houses, or he cleaned Ash's mom's house, and he like took care of her when she got lonely, and she's like, "Hey, Mr. Mime, what are you doing later?" All that got cut. I don't know why, but
Maybe
I
we'll
just thought I
have
should mention
outtakes or bonus.
It should
feature
be
or
on a
something.
DVD somewhere.
You also, when you were showing us all the Pokemon, trying to get us to say what they were, you showed us a Chocobo at one point.
Right.
I was like, that's a Chocobo.
You were
Were
disappointed.
you proud of yourself
You
with
were
that?
disappointed
Yeah, I was like,
that
I
I
know
wasn't
that.
in there because you knew what it was.
Yeah, that was like the one where I was like, I look smart, because Bernie was starting to try to answer it.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's...
Did you play Final Fantasy at all or no?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, I couldn't remember.
I played the first 10. After 10, I stopped.
You were like disgusted when you saw it. You're like, Chocobo, get out of my face.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, these are going to be trick questions
It's
now.
pretty much the exact response I had before I even turned it around when I saw Kirby. I looked at it and I was like, fucking disgusting. And then I turned it around. That was you with the Chocobo.
Mm-hmm. I was like, no fair.
Yeah. You
I
were
thought
going
I
to
was
say something,
gonna-
Gavin? No?
I'm just annoyed at Pokemon. While you were talking, I was just thinking of other Pokemon that I'm annoyed at.
Mm.
Like the one that wears its mum's skull on its head. What's that one?
Cubone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
They all have their own mum's skull?
Well,
Every Pokemon has one kid, does it?
I guess, and then it dies. And then it puts its mother's
Oh.
skull on. Maybe.
That could
Really?
work.
Well, that's what it says. You know,
don't know how
you read the
this
description,
works.
and it's like
This is all new to me.
Cubone wears the skull of its mother's
So
dead
it gives
body.
birth once, obviously commits
See,
Harry
but they
Carry
never
on the
say
body
that.
or something, and then...
But yes, that's probably the case.
And where did that...
Dude, that's a Cubone and a Marowak.
Yeah, but...
That's not on the stream yet. Now it's on
Oh,
the stream.
now it is.
Yeah,
There
what?
you go.
it looks like...
That's what's on.
What are you
stream.
freaking out about, Gavin?
Yeah, it's something about that just doesn't make any sense.
I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that's what the game
So
says.
that's like his grandmother's skull on his
Yeah.
mother.
Do they
and
have a
his
swap?
Mother's skull. Maybe that's his father?
Wait, wouldn't
Yeah.
it go on forever?
Yeah.
Like, whose head?
who is that with? Who's the bigger one?
I don't know.
And when they
It's
evolve...
like,
was
the little
their
one's wearing the
mom's
skull. No, the little one's
skull.
wearing the skull
Well, I
of the
guess-
big one, but the big one's right there.
Also, you will notice that the skulls are
Well,
different on the
well,
Marowak.
well, listen,
So it's
listen.
like the Cubone evolves. Does it then like get its head wedged in the tiny skull that it was wearing before? Because it grows.
Yeah,
So the skull on its head evolves as well.
I guess.
It's not part of them.
Yeah.
It's Pokemon. They can do whatever the
well,
fuck
when
they
it
want.
evolves, it becomes part of them.
Are there any other stages that they added to?
To
That's
Cubone
what I
and
don't like.
Marowak,
I don't care about them adding new Pokemon. I don't
Yeah.
like it when they add
They do
different.
that like Pikachu.
Yeah,
it
well-
started out with Pikachu, and then he evolved into Raichu
Yeah.
with the Thunderstone. And then in Generation 2, they're like, guess what? fucking Pichu, and now Pikachu's a second version. Like
Yeah.
Pichu is the original.
And
who
it's just
evolves
like,
into Pikachu.
I guess nobody saw a Pichu before.
Yeah, because there's a flaw in the system, Gavin. They
But
didn't
the
plan that
TV
out.
show, right? The TV show.
Piece of crap.
The TV show is based on the first 151 Pokemon, right?
Well, I mean, initially, yeah, but I mean,
Like
it's
the first
based on
whole,
everything.
the first whole run was in that first city or whatever, the first country.
It was, but interestingly
But
enough,
then episode 1, right?
yeah, episode
That's
1.
exactly what I was mentioning.
Episode 1 has a Pokemon that's not from Generation 1. It has
Yeah.
a Ho-Oh, which is one of the legendary birds in Gold.
So it's
or
interesting
Heart
that
Gold.
they planned so far ahead.
Yeah, or they just like did one thing and then they were like, let's just use that one thing later.
Yeah, that makes more sense. What is that picture that we're looking at?
That's
That's not on the stream.
What is it gonna be? Because it's intriguing.
It might not be.
Gavin's looking at pictures.
That's Gus
Now
and
it is
Jeff
on the stream.
soldering something.
What are you doing? Are you playing Pokemon?
Oh,
Did
that's
you just
us-
pronounce
that's us-
soldering as soldering?
That's
Isn't
us installing the Afterburner onto a Game Boy Advance.
Ah, gotcha.
That's like the light that you had to install. I can't. Where the fuck did you find that picture? I remember that shirt. Jesus.
Wait, how do you pronounce it?
Soldering.
Solder.
There's
Soldering.
an L in it.
Yeah, it's silent.
Yes.
Like solder.
No, like soldering iron.
You're an idiot.
No, that's how it's pronounced.
Nah,
Yeah,
you're
but you
dumb.
would you would solder that, and that
Yeah.
screen would light up and would allow you to see your Game Boy Advance
Would
in
you
the dark.
solder it or solder it?
We would solder it. But then that would then they fixed that with the Game Boy Advance SP. Then allowed you then had the light built
I
into
just
it.
use a worm light.
I had the worm
But the
light.
worm light would just give one spot of
It's
light,
true.
and we wouldn't be able to see beyond that.
I had the worm light for the Game Boy Color, but when the Game Boy Advance came out, GameStop made a fucking great light because it was like, and I was so delighted because they sold it in the exact same color of my Game Boy. Like they sold them in the colors of the Game Boy, and it was basically almost what the DS is now, except it didn't cover the buttons. But you know how there was like there was an attachment on the top for you to like plug in a light or some kind of peripheral or something.
Right.
So it clicked into that and basically became a cover, and it just covered exactly your screen all the time. So when
Okay,
you weren't
yeah, I
using it,
remember
you
those.
just close it, and then when you wanted to use it, you open it up, and then you could turn the light on. But it was nice because if you didn't want to use it, there was just an on-off
It was,
switch if you wanted to save your battery.
It was a Nyko, right?
I don't know. I think mine was made by GameStop.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it said GameStop on it. Was mine, but that thing was great. That was like the best third-party peripheral I ever bought.
Some of those also had like a magnifying aspect to them as well.
I had that for the original Game Boy.
Yeah.
The original Game Boy, the Game Boy was like the size of a fucking brick, and then the magnifying thing was like this huge, ridiculous attachment that like clicked over the top of it and like it, like locked in like some sort of like weird experiment. And there was a giant just magnifying glass so you can see the screen. It was
I
just
think third-party
so ridiculous.
Third-party hardware editions just died, didn't they? Like they don't. That's not a real thing anymore.
No,
A
they
little
still
bit.
are.
Yeah, but what would you like? What
Like
third-
controllers, really.
Yeah,
I,
controllers.
lot of
do you
third-party
I used to
controllers.
always buy third-party controllers, like with.
I'm
the
just saying, I know they
N64.
still make them.
Yeah, I know they make them. I just don't know anyone who uses them.
I don't either.
Do you use any third-party hardware?
No, I'm trying to think.
Like when the 360 came out, they came out with those like extra fans that you could put on.
Right.
But it's like, what the hell's the point? It already has fans.
Well, to be fair, when the 360 first came out,
Lemon
all
lime
of them were
bubble
fucking
gum.
overheating and red ringing, which is why they invented the fans.
Fans didn't help though, did they?
Supposedly. I've
I
heard they
supposedly,
do.
but I mean now they're obsolete because they solved that issue. But
Yeah.
I never bought any of that shit.
Xbox One comes out so soon.
God, it's crazy, dude. Tomorrow, friggin' WWE comes out, Assassin's Creed comes out.
Are we doing another WWE Let's Play?
We're doing it first thing in the morning.
Oh, dude.
Fucking dude, where have you been today? Jeff announced.
I
it
was
on
editing.
Awu.
I was doing work. What were you
You were
doing?
doing work. You were throwing wet paper towels at Jeff during
That was
Awu.
just in Arwu.
That
That is work for me.
That's when he fucking
What-
announced
okay.
that we were doing a Let's Play in it.
Michael,
Gavin,
what is our job during Arwu?
to fuck around in the background.
Exactly. That was me working.
I was doing that, but I was also listening to what he was saying. Plus, both you and I just watched Awu before this podcast, where Jeff said WWE's coming out tomorrow. We're gonna do a Let's Play in it. Hopefully, it'll be out by Wednesday. You
weird
watched
thing
that
is-
video sitting next to me.
The weird thing is when they're recording it, I'm not listening to anything they're saying.
Right.
I'm just focusing on what I'm about to do.
I'm
and
that-
when we're watching it back, I'm just watching us. in the
You're such a
background.
piece of shit. God damn.
Well,
dude.
you know he's a narcissist, and
Yeah,
he's
he
like
really is.
egomaniacal and self-centered.
Maybe the third time he watches it, fourth time he'll listen to what is going on. But until then, it's just like,
I don't need video game news. I mean, I work in that room. I get the news fed to me in person.
or right now.
No, you
yeah, I
don't,
guess.
because you don't hear it.
Oh no, I would just ask about it, and then they'd have to tell me because I wasn't listening the first time.
God,
We're gonna
fucking
get in
asshole.
tomorrow, and we're gonna be like, all right, let's do WWE. He's like, we're doing a let's play in this. That's exactly what's gonna happen tomorrow. I know it.
I want to make a new abomination.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you will.
What was my green broccoli dude? From
Yeah, I forget.
last
I don't
time?
remember what you named him.
That was all that video was really. Is that it was like 10 minutes of
It
intros.
was 7 minutes of intros.
Yeah, and then like who cares about the actual fight?
and then 40 minutes of fighting.
Yeah.
Well, I care because I won the last round in an epic fight. When we fucking had to like triple team Jeff because he slaughtered us 2 rounds in a row because Jeff fucking played that game for like at least 2 weeks. Just
Jeff's
all the time in the
dirty
office
bitch.
playing it nonstop, just learning how to play the game. And then one day he's like, all right, let's do a let's play. And he just beat the living shit out of us for two rounds in a row. And then the third round, Jack was like, we have to take Jeff down. And like we all turned on him. And I remember when we pinned him, he was just screaming, you bitches, you goddamn bitches. He was so pissed off. He was the core pirate. Jeff
Yeah.
said his character that he's going to make in the Let's Play tomorrow, he has been waiting to make since that day. He's had the idea since then.
I'm excited.
I have no idea whatsoever what I'm going to make.
It's gonna be
Should be
top.
fun though.
Nice.
And then,
I expect to hear a lot of screaming.
Yeah. What
Uh,
else comes out? There's another game. There's 3 games come out. tomorrow.
Battlefield 4.
There you go. Battlefield 4.
That comes out
Tomorrow.
later though, doesn't it? Does it come out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Battlefield 4, AC4, and WWE.
WWE.
Oh.
Which no one would give a shit about except us because of that Let's Play. I don't think a lot of people are like, man, do I get AC4? Do I get Battlefield 4? Do I get WWE?
Hey, that is my main concern right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
As
you were
you
in
know.
you were in a Let's Play.
Well,
One of the
I just don't
podcast
know
Let's
which
Plays,
ones
the
to
Left 4
play.
Dead 2 one.
There you go. I did awesome, right?
You did better than I expected.
I'll take that. Thanks, guys.
You were all right. We had to walk you through playing it initially, but you held your own.
But hey, yeah,
we did better,
felt
I think,
some shit.
with you than we did with anybody else.
Yeah,
But it
I
might be
beat
'cause-
I beat Brandon.
Yeah, we lost all of his footage. We did that thing where it was your fault.
You keep blaming me for losing this footage.
You
There you
fucking
go.
brought your laptop over, then didn't plug it in.
Yeah.
You set that laptop up and just left it there, not plugged in. So of course, when the battery died, it fucking lost all the footage. I was so
did that.
fucking angry.
Prick. Dude, losing footage in any video, but especially a Let's Play, is like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it was like 40 minutes of footage.
Like we were just talking about this today. We were over at Ryan's desk, and you asked Ryan because whenever we edit, Ryan edits all the GTA Let's Plays. Gavin does Minecraft, Ryan does GTA, and then we kind of split everything else like kind of between us. Besides Ray, he doesn't do them. And Ray's like, "Fuck that, give me a guide." We were talking to Ryan. And Ryan has a nice rating system where, like, we'll ask Ryan, dude, how's the GTA Let's Play? Because he's way in the back, and we don't see, like, when I'm editing a Let's Play or Gavin, we constantly see, like, the funniest parts. Because Gavin will be like, you got to watch this. And he'll unplug his headphones, and we'll laugh at it. Ryan, we don't get any of that because he's all the way in the back. So he'll come in, and we'll be like, dude, how was the Let's Play? Like, especially when we thought was really, really good. And he's like, it's okay. And we're like, oh, really? And he's like, it's all right. And we're like, I thought it was really funny. It comes out. It's like the fucking. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best Let's Plays we've ever
And
made.
everyone's like flipping
And
around.
we're like, Ryan, what the fuck? He's like, it's okay. So like we go back there and we were talking to Ryan and we were asking him about today's Let's Play. And you're like, how is it? And he's like, it's pretty good. And you're like, oh, okay. So by Ryan standards, that means it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. So then you were asking him what his favorite Let's Plays were, and we just like, in his opinion, we started like going back and forth about it. And he said Witness Protection Part 1, which is not too long, it's not too old at all. It's one of the last GTA 4 Let's Plays we did. And you were like, fucking hate that one. You lost your entire fucking footage for that whole Let's Play.
Yeah, I dropped capture at the end.
Like,
oh
like,
my
like,
God.
like
And it
minutes
was
before the end of the video.
standout footage. Like I remember being as we were playing, I was like, "This is amazing footage what I'm getting." Because like the funniest stuff kept happening. There was one bit where Ray was driving around and I was on a bike and I smashed into something. I went sailing through the air and I just happened to tilt my camera down and Ray was like riding a bike like directly under me and I'm just tumbling above him and I can just see him like this. I was like, that was an amazing angle. And then like Jack crashed into the bus that I was driving and he
hit the
just
side
goes
of the
like,
bus.
"Pew!" I was like, and then it was all lost.
You
I was
were
livid.
fucking pissed.
Yeah.
It was a few minutes before the end of the Let's Play. I want to say, unless it was earlier. I don't remember how close to the end it was. But your capture went out and you were just done. You were like, nah.
It's just sad to lose stuff that you can't repeat.
It really blows shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like I was pissed off when we did the 3-part horse let's play, the Minecraft horses, and just because like the computer fucked up and just like with the HD capture, sometimes you just gotta like reset the computer and shit. And I didn't test it beforehand. I had no sound during that let's play, and it's like a minor thing. It's not nearly as bad as losing the whole video, but I was so pissed off because there was so many moments where like. In that Let's Play, the sound was like, that was the Let's Play where I was singing Hillary Duff, like, let the rain fall down. And I was like running and screaming in the third person. That was at the end of the video. I accidentally jumped in that canyon with my horse and like fell down a fucking hole. And it was just like all the creepy sound effects and shit. I was like really disappointed that I lost the audio. Like I was pissed off.
We've had a lot of technical issues with Minecraft recently. Like we've been doing Galacticraft. Which
Well, that's
is,
not really, that's like the mods and the PC shit. Though.
Yeah. We had to not put out part 3 of Galacticraft because it's just so anus.
It's coming out, but you were out of town because again you were filming the slow-mo guy thing, so you didn't have time to edit it. And because it was a fucking nightmare.
I could have done it if it was a regular recording, but it's in 3 pieces.
Yep.
And I've got to use some parts from each one
like,
and mash them together seamlessly.
We have 3 recordings. I think the first recording's like 52 minutes. The second recording's like 15 minutes, and the third recording's like an hour. The third recording's fine, start to finish, everything runs smooth. Out of the first 2, the 52 and the 15, there's probably like 10 to 15 minutes of video, like usable for the episode.
But I have to
there's
sift
like
through
so
it.
many crashes. There's so many because it's just all like PC mod problems, and it was such a nightmare that like Gavin wasn't gonna be in town, and we're like we have to film another Let's Play on Xbox just so we can get it out in time on Friday. So that's why there was the break for episode 3. So you still have to edit that actually.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Have fun with that.
I'm also
Yeah,
editing
that's
slow-mo,
Gavin. You're
guys.
stuck on the moon.
I haven't even started that yet.
We have to come save you. That's how part 2 ended.
Someone just asked the dumbest question
Here we go.
on Twitter.
Go for it.
If time overlapped, past, present, and future, would you be existing in 3 different moments?
time overlapped.
Wait, so there's only 3 moments?
If it overlaps past, present, and future, then there is no time. If it just overlaps
I don't give
at
a
all.
shit.
Don't overthink it, Kara.
there's my answer.
It's just a
Yeah,
stupid
my answer
question.
is like, shut up.
Okay,
Thanks.
that's Michael's answer.
Yeah.
Dork lol.
That's really pissed you off.
Yeah, I was like,
Gus, disgusted.
You would discuss in 3 different dimensions. There you go.
we already exist in 3 dimensions. That's your life right now. You are in 3 dimensions.
Wait, why are you in 3?
Why are you not in 3?
Are you not in 4?
Okay.
Ooh.
Maybe. You exist in at least 3 dimensions we can perceive right now. How about that? Are you happy, Dr. Gavin Free?
I'm very happy. Thanks for
I'm
clarifying.
happy too.
Dr. Gavin Free by day, Vav by night, and then by second night, Gavino Freeze.
But then if time overlaps, then you're all 3 at the same time.
There you
yeah,
go.
that's true.
All right. Well, we're at about time to wrap up.
Wait, which time? Past, present, or
Wrap
future?
up
Yeah,
time.
there you go.
Present.
Time to wrap
I want to
up.
thank everyone for joining us this week. We'll be back on Wednesday with another episode of The Patch, and on Monday with another episode of RT Podcast.
Cheers.
So thanks for watching. Bye.
Adios, amigos.
It's Rooster Teeth.
Are we gonna smash the pumpkin? Are we gonna smash the pumpkin? No! Smash my pumpkin! Are we gonna smash it? Do it. It'll be. Just rip it out of her. Get it. Be a man.
Do it. Go.
Carrie, you're not gonna come and
Someone else. It's Rooster Teeth.
Hurry. Can I? Someone else wants. Turn the light on.
Can't see anything. Where's the light?
Go on the light.
Here.
Can you see it? Is that it?
We have to clean it though.
Wait, you'll clean it though.
Yeah. All right.
Look,
Ready?
it's illuminated.
I'm doing it.
You can't do shit. You're gonna.
Yeah. Whatever.